Hey, how you doing there, JDS, Loulou, Ludo Louis, comment ça va? J'espère que ça va très bien. Ici, il fait beau soleil. Hey, Julian, how you doing? Port Clinton Duck, how you doing? Dean Chapman, good morning. Michael Benny, Carpath, good morning, everybody. Just going to pop up my chat here. It's nice and sunny out this morning. The Gaming Network, good morning. Hey, Daddy up 13, how you doing? Yeah, it's very sunny here. It's very sunny here, brisky, but a little sunny. Got my front door open. Yeah, it's supposed to have a nice couple of days here, all in the 70s. Okay, Lulu. Okay, Lulu just uploaded a new video, guys. So check her out. Check out her channel. Okay, there, Michael. No problem there. Oh, you got thunder and lightning down there, Daddy 13? Okay. You're setting up a wing right now? Oh, cool. Oh, if all goes good after I get off the live stream, I probably will fly my Spark around. Yeah. I haven't flown that thing in a year. I know the feeling, Carpath, yeah. Well, we're just starting to get warm weather now, Julian. Yeah, it only makes about 3 days. We got nice weather. 2 days. Our spring was a completely washout with all the rain we got. This is going to be the first week I got warm weather. It'll be in the 70s. Hey, Drum Pool. Good morning. How you doing? Don't tell me you're at work again today. Recycle Dude, how you doing, sir? Nice to see you. Everybody, please hit that like button. Thank you. Green Chapman, ducks in the garden here. Oh, I'm glad you're well there, John Paul. Yes, sir. Corey Mano, good morning, good morning. Oh, cool. You have a nice weekend off. That's great. Nice to hear that. And as usual, we got one that's always working very hard. You know, it's nice here when the doors open in the front. Yeah. Perfect weather going flying. Well, I'm very happy for you, John Paul. I'm having problems setting up my emails this morning. Yesterday too, with it, I couldn't send no emails out. I don't know what the hell's going on out of my Outlook Express. I tried to send links out yesterday and everything. They weren't working. So I found another way to send links out. I just hope it works. How you been doing there, Dean Chapman? You've been flying a lot lately? Washington County News. Good morning. You just got home from vacation. Oh, that's cool there, Julian. And if everybody looked at Pusa Studios last night, you would have seen that Cab 7's at Pusa's house right now. He was on Pusa's live stream last night to celebrate his 8,000th subscribers. I didn't see that video yet, True John Ruse. I got to go back on his videos and look at them. I'm way behind everybody's videos. Thanks for reminding me, John Paul. Oh, shit. What did I do there? Okay, hold on. Wrong page. Hey, Wakey, how you doing? You never know, Corey Mano. But weather's really nice out right now. It's gonna warm up a lot more too, pretty soon. As long as the wind doesn't pick up, I'll be good. Hey, Port Clinton Duck, no flying 30-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, wow. Persisting, it's down. Something wicked here. I'm just gonna blow my nose, guys. Yeah, my coffee went down the wrong way. No, it's my coffee. It went down the wrong way. Yeah. UK, Momo, how you doing? Long time no see. Oh, come on. Just want to say hi to see you all next time. I gotta tell Paul and the others that hi. Okay, Julian, you're just about to make lunch, Wakey? Okay. Well, that's for sure, UK Momo. You got work first and family, then after that, YouTube last, I guess. Well, that's cool, Julian. No problem there. Someone's buying. Yeah, Kim just woke up. He's making coffee this morning. Yeah. Yeah, last time I knocked at a door like that, Pusa Studios popped in here, Andrew. Yeah, it's supposed to be happening tomorrow there, Port Clinton. I've just got problems sending links out, so I'm trying to figure out a way to do it. I'm doing a test this morning, so I've got to wait till the guys get on here, see if they got the links. Anthony Benson's in the house. How you doing, Anthony? Is Kim breathing coffee? Yeah. Goes faster when you do lines with it. Yeah, there you go. Just got a new quad and a radio. Oh, cool, part Clinton. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure, Anthony. Yeah, yeah. I looked at I was on Pusa. Well, I looked at Pusa Studios last night there, and I was surprised as hell to see Cab 7 there. They're having a great time for sure. Okay, okay, wait, KRC, you have a good one. Hey, Drones YT, how you doing? Tell you the truth, Drones YT, I do not know. I'm hoping to get Bill, the drone reviewer, on here today if the link works. So I just hope the link is working. Hey, let's stream games. How you doing? I supported Let's Stream Games yesterday. Let me see. Cool. We do have gamers on here also. Let's Stream Games. I'm gonna give you a wrench so nobody knock you out. There's 3 rules in here, guy. Let's Stream Games. No politics, no foul language, and no racist remarks, and we're all good. Roger, I don't know why it's happening, but my latest sunset, you can clearly see the pyramid Maya, and plus it matches the one on the back of the dollar bill. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to check out your video for the last one for the pyramid. I tell you, man, I'm way behind all these bookmarks there. How am I doing? Hey, explicit. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys. Yeah, it sounds nuts, but it's just crazy. I'll have to check it out for sure. Did how's my quality of the microphone? Is it working okay now? Everybody can hear me good? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, cool. Glad to hear that. Hey, Hadley. Charge up all my batteries to have a rip at my park. Anthony, how do I sound? Yep, don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. Just give me a second. I gotta bring one little Brad outdoors. Right back. What? Hey, Nanya, how you doing? Not sure how many people are coming, but I post it on Facebook. Okay. On Thursday, my Mavic Pro finally arrives. Oh, cool. You love your Mavic Air? Yeah, good little machines, that's for sure. Good low flyers. Oh, don't you start. You just went out. Sleeping Bear, how you doing? Too many settings, that's the problem. Okay. She's getting restless out there. Not even 2 minutes outdoors, she's getting restless already. Yeah. I'm coming, girl. Right back, guys. Come on. Yeah, she is bored. Yeah. She doesn't know what to do with herself anymore. Hey, Phantom Flight 101, how you doing? Okay, Nanya, you take care now. I'll try to, Nanya, for sure. Uh, I don't know what time Bill will be on. I sent him a link. I'm just hoping the link works because my bloody email's not working today. It wasn't working yesterday, not today neither. So I don't know. Try to send him a link another way there. I hope he finds it. Usually gets on around 10:30 though. So I sent the link to Paul, but Paul's not on yet. I don't know if he's having problems or what. Hey, GDS. In the house. How you doing, JD? Very sunny here this morning. Right now it's doing 56 Fahrenheit. It's very windy right now, but it's supposed to warm up a lot. It's supposed to go in the 70s today. Sleeping Bears in the house. Mike Sarini. Good morning. Good morning. Where's Paul this morning? Want to see if my thing worked this morning. Sure. Every day I get up is a good day. Same here. Hey, Nomadic Bike, how you doing this morning? Hey, Justin, did you ever get those 2 emails I sent you yesterday with that link on them? Because the frickin' email's doing the same thing this morning. It's not sending out the emails. Well, okay. Oh, you're welcome there, Sleeping Bear. This mic open. I'm going to change microphones. There we go. I hope that makes a difference. Don't belong there, guys. I'll join the chat. I'm looking for something here and I can't find it. I'll have to check it out later. Okay, I'm back. No, these are Outlook Expresses I'm sending to Nomadic Bike. Yeah, Outlook screwed up my account some way. I gotta try and see what I could do with it. Phantom Flight 101. Are you going out or are you staying on or what? Because I'm gonna try and send you a link to see if it works. Okay. Well, just can you give me 2 minutes? I'm gonna send you a link, see if it works. You can pop on and off right away. Just want to see if it works. I'm not sending it by email. I'm sending it another way. You'll probably see it pop up. The Gmail connection is crap today. I guess I'm not the only one's having problems. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. It works. Okay. Gmail connection is crap today. Yeah, was having problems. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. It works.
Yeah, it works.
I still got a gray screen from Phantom.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't have your picture.
You don't have my picture. All right, hold on a second. I wonder why. Hang on a second. You know, that's what I was saying to you before about Hangouts and OBS.
Yeah.
Normally I open OBS before I go on. OBS controls the camera.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So if I
No, it's okay then.
Can you see me now?
No, I got a gray screen. Well, I'm just glad it's working there. So I know the links work when I send it that way. Okay.
Okay.
Because since yesterday, I've been having problems sending links out by Outlook Express. The email won't even go out. And I gotta go.
You know, there's been a lot of problems, especially with YouTube too.
Yeah. Hadley just said the Gmail connections are crap today also.
Okay, so then it's a Google thing.
Yeah, most likely. Well, I'll let you go out flying there, Herman, so you have a good, safe day.
I'll try.
Okay.
And I'll see you.
Okay, take care. Thank you very much for testing this out with me.
All right. If I can get the camera working, I'll come back in a couple of minutes.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Facebook. I'm not too fond of getting Facebook that heavily. Yeah. So far, I think Google is crap today. It's been like that. We've been having problems with Google all week. I've been trying to. Everybody check out everybody's channel. Make sure you got them supported. And thank you all very much for supporting my channel this morning and supporting everybody else. Uh, was it Drone YT? You said a while ago if Bill comes on, you wanted to come on. Drone Pool, you still on here? Or did you go flying already? Okay. Do you remember which video you saw Brian wearing that T-shirt in? I looked about 7 of his videos there in the past week. I haven't seen it. Just want to know if you remember it. Okay, there, Hadley. Have a good one. You can use the same link, Phantom Flight. Try using the same link. It should work. If it doesn't, let me know. I'll send you another one. A bit of flight highlight. I just sent you another link, Phantom, just in case. There you go.
Okay, you can see me now.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Good.
what happens when you have OBS and Hang at the same time, man.
All right. Actually, this way is easier than going through the email
Yeah.
coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, because all I did was open your show,
Okay.
mute it, and then when you sent me this, I just answered it, and the Hangout screen pops over the chat instead of having to go and open two screens. And
Okay. See, the thing is, what I did is you know, you got your camera on there. You go on top. You got your little guy there. When you go on Hangouts, you got your little guy. Then you got your speak. You click on that little guy, and then a little box opens up. And you put the email in that thing there, in that box. Then you send it out. That's how I did it.
Okay, because yeah, that, like I said, it came up easier than if normally what I would do is open up two windows, and one for Hangouts and one for the chat, and then put the Hangouts window over it.
Yeah.
But this time, when you sent it that way, the Hangouts window just pops up over the show channel on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. So that's how it goes. That one. So it's not so bad. It works a lot better like that, I think.
So where's Paul today?
I don't know. He might be out for ships because yesterday there was no ships hardly came in.
Okay.
And I have a feel, he says he has a feeling they're all going to come in in the morning. So I guess they're all out there this morning. Amanda Smith, hi everyone.
I was just waiting on a call with some guys to go out.
Okay.
And I got this TENS machine on my shoulder.
Aha.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my shoulder today. It's hurting.
Oh, we're not getting any younger. Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Shoot, I've had just about every body part hurt before.
Amanda Smith, I just supported your channel. We've got 3 rules in here: no politics, no foul language, and no racist remarks. There you go.
Amanda Smith.
Hey, Brian, True Drone Reviews. Hey, Brian, I just went through your videos. So, been going through your videos like mad this morning.
Yeah, I'm checking out Amanda Smith now.
Yeah, Jump, will you bring in Annie with you when you go flying? I don't know how you can do it. She's so much of a busybody there. She's all over the place. You got your goggles on? She's a brat. It was yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, I got Amanda Smith too.
Yeah, I know. It's yesterday video. Oh, you're serious? She had a dozen cookies around the counter. Oh my god.
A dozen cookies?
Oh my god.
Depending on the size of the cookies, that's not many cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at it, Drone Pool. Yeah, I saw it. Oh, homemade peanut butter cookies on top of that. Oh my god. I hope you smacked her butt a little bit. Hey, Mr. Crawley.
Mr. Crowley, how's it going?
I was surprised to see Cab 7 at Andrews yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Hey, Miss Ryder Die. Good morning. Good morning.
That show almost got out of hand last night. At one point, I was in between watching the basketball game and watching them, and when I turned to watch the basketball game, I heard screaming and stuff coming from by the computer. I was like, "What's going on over there?"
Yeah, he was trying to get the harmonica out of Ksenia's hands.
Andrew's funny. This ride or die.
Well, the Rafters won last night.
Yeah, it's looking interesting. It's looking interesting. You know, LeBron left Cleveland, alienated some of his fellow ball players throughout his time there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
It's no longer a two-horse race.
That's it.
The door is open for somebody else to get in. You know, it's funny. The NBA, I think there's maybe like 10 really good players. The rest of them are average ball players, and the other ones that come in after 4 years of college are below average. Because if you stay in college for 4 years now and then go to the NBA, usually not that good of a ball player. Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
That 4 years of development does not help you.
But I think as two, well, I don't know. I think 2 years being in the pros, I think they will wake up and then go stronger. You know.
We'll see. Let's see what happens. I know that the talent's starting to get watered down. More and more guys are coming in younger and younger.
Yeah. We're being paid the big bucks now. We can sit on our asses. I don't think so. Hey, Prop Wash, how you doing?
You know, I always thought it would be crazy to see a kid try to go from high school to the NFL, like how guys go from high school to the NBA. Mm-hmm. He would get his clock clean.
Somebody finally would decide to wake up.
Who? Oh.
Missy.
How old is she?
She is 10 years old right now.
Okay. If she
Hey,
was a puppy, she
her
probably
age.
didn't sleep.
Pardon?
When she was a puppy, she probably didn't sleep.
I don't know. Kept this up a long time. But it's always fun to have a pet. She's family, so.
I had a dog. I got him from when he was like almost hand size, you know.
Yeah.
Picked him out of the cage and everything.
Yeah.
And he got old, and we had to put him to sleep.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to get another dog since.
That's very hard. It's very hard. True Drone Review says Raptors kill GS with the long 3S.
Yeah, that's that new basketball.
You saw that video that Kim put up about Roxy when we got her the first time?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. Yeah, Amanda Smith, my friend here, Furball Kim, he's not in the chat yet. I don't know why. But he made a video of Roxy when we got her just out of the cage and everything at this pet shop and all that. She was a small thing, believe me.
Yeah, they start small and they get big and
yeah,
they stay.
That was funny. It was funny. The first time we brought her home, we put her on the floor in the kitchen because we had to go up the steps there. She was too small to go up the steps.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as she touched that floor, man, she took off like a bat out of hell. Ran all around the house, everything. I mean, really ran. You know, her ears were pinned back and she was running full force. Really crazy.
They have to check out the place.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to my drone, just so busy. Miss Ryder died happens, yeah. I'm glad most of you got. It's really nice. It's going to be really nice here for the next 4 or 5 days. There. Well, it's till next Tuesday. We're supposed to get rain on Tuesday. So.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, and we're supposed to hit 70, 75 today. So.
We're supposed to have it good today and tomorrow, and then. Oh, we had pretty good weather all week, pretty much.
You're lucky.
I got out the other day, but I've just been so busy this week.
Miss Ryder die. Yeah, every time I think of that, battle of hell, Meatloaf. Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you got them still supported because YouTube's been playing the tricks of a lot of people lately.
Tell me about it. Miss Ryder die. What kind of drone does she have?
I don't know. I'll tell you the truth.
I lost a bunch of subscribers the other day.
Yeah, me too. I lost 11 in one shot. They did a purge again.
I got one back last night.
Yeah, I got 30 back. No, I went on to Happy Lux's channel last night. He was doing a live stream. And got quite a few supporters from Happy Lux.
Okay.
He did live streaming all freaking night. I don't know how he's doing it. I think he's still on top of that.
Still on?
Yeah, I think he is.
Is that 24-hour monetization?
Yep, he's still on.
Who is it that she can't find? Hey, there goes Paul. Hey, Roger, there goes Paul.
I can't respond. I just got an email from Bill. He said he'd be on at 10 a.m. It's okay. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, now I gotta.
This machine will only give me 15 minutes on my shoulder. I need an hour.
I've had some just know I didn't get my email fixed. I still got problems with it this morning. I found another way to set up the links, so it's not so bad. Bill just emailed me. He's going to come on at 10 a.m.
So you're able to get emails, Roger?
I can get the emails, but I can't reply to them.
Wow. See,
on my phone, I can reply to them, but on my computer, I can't.
See, that's funny because I tried several times to send Paul an email, and it just keeps coming back to me that there's something wrong.
Is it his? Which email is it? The AOL one or the net one?
That's a good question. I stopped doing it. I just let let Orange send it out.
Yeah, it's his AOL email. You got to send it to.
Because Lawrence was the one that gave me a list of the emails.
Yeah.
And I sent it to Paul. Never could get it to him. I can get an email maybe to you. I can get one to Val. I sent emails to Val. Was able to do it.
Yeah, but Paul's email works with the AOL one.
Okay.
Email.
I gotta check that.
Yeah.
Because Lawrence had given me the same. He said it's the same one he uses. So I don't know. Maybe something wrong with my end.
His NetZ one, I got problems with it. I can't send my emails with that one. But it's AOL one I can send. Well, I could send it to him. Oh, there's Paul right there. He's on the chat now. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul, where'd you go? I don't see him.
Yeah. He's the last one in the chat. At the
No, I saw that. Yeah, he's in the chat, but I thought he was coming in.
I sent you a link early this morning, Paul. I don't know if you got it or not. I sent it a different way, so. You got no link?
Yeah, he said he didn't get the link.
I'll try it again. See if it works this way. This is getting to be there we go. Copy that. Paste. Invite. I just sent it to you again there, Paul.
Yeah, it's becoming work.
We got this bloody wind won't die down. I wish the hell it would die down a lot.
You know, sometimes we have these days where it's nice out and it's so windy. Like you could have saved that for a day it was raining.
Yeah. Okay. I got the drone from a friend. I haven't taken it out of the box, but it's going on vacation with me. Okay, Miss Ride or Die. Yeah.
You might want to try flying it before just taking it on vacation before you leave it on vacation.
Hey, Bill. Okay, I'm sending the link a different way there, Bill, this morning because my email's not working right. So I'm going to send it to you.
Roger, I will be right back. I made
Okay.
some coffee and never got a cup.
Okay. Okay, I just sent you the invite, Bill, again. Yeah. Hey, Daddy 13. Yeah. Mars, how you doing this morning? Hey, JL, RC Multi-Rotors. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
Is that Mars FPV drones? How's it going this morning? Back, Roger? Oh, Roger's on the phone. Centroid, how's it going? How you doing this morning, Centroid? Mars, you don't know who I am now? Phantom Flight 101.
Yeah, okay. I will. Bye-bye. There we go. Well, Paul's getting problems getting the invite, too.
Uh-oh. You sent it the same way you sent it to me?
Yep, yep.
Did Bill get it?
I don't know if Bill got it or not there, but it's always good anyway. It's good. It's good for as long as I'm on.
Okay.
You can always go on. Hey, Centroid, how you doing this morning? Yeah, please.
That's Kim in the back there,
Yeah, Kim's in the background making coffee. Yeah. Yeah, I want one, please.
Sounds like the coffee's winning.
Yep. Well, it's because we make percolated coffee now.
Okay.
I usually drink instant coffee, but I'm hooked on Tim Hortons.
You know what, Roger? I was never a coffee drinker. When I was younger, someone gave me coffee and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
and I tried it again, and I didn't like it. I don't like anything with coffee in it.
Okay. Well, I
And
know there's a lot of people like that. My sons actually drank juice almost all their life, and then just
yeah, I
you
never
know,
could do it.
yeah.
And one day I tried. We have Dunkin' Donuts out here,
Okay.
and I tried the coffee, and it was. And then I tried it with without milk and sugar,
Okay.
just black. And
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's more tolerable than putting milk and sugar in it. I,
Uh,
I just find that the creamy bitterness is not good for me.
I understand.
And now I have this coffee maker. It's nothing special. It's one of Mr. Coffee makers.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that it doesn't make coffee as well as coffee shops.
Yeah. I like Tim Hortons coffee, and
Hmm.
I decided to buy myself a Keurig,
Okay.
and we're making coffee with that lately, and makes 2 big cans already went through.
Okay. So you have a better machine than I do. Just by the name of it alone, I know.
Yeah. Well, it was on special, $90, so I went and got it. No, it was on special, $80. I went and got it.
Hmm. Yeah, mine was cheaper than that.
Miss Kaz, hey, yeah, Jack Daniels and whiskey time, no coffee. There you go. Oh, my days are gone for that. That's for sure.
You know, I've seen people mix it.
Yep. Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
Almost bedtime in Australia.
Okay, almost bedtime.
Mr. Ride or Die says it's Paul's fault that he blinded me on Val's page last week. Yeah,
Oh, what was he doing?
the funky chicken.
Oh, Val doesn't want to see that ever again.
Yeah, me neither. And I have a feeling a lot of people in the chat don't want to see here. Hey, Ralph Morick, how you doing? Nomadic Bike is a Cafe Bistillo. I've drinking, or I drank already. What do you call it? The espressos. I've drinking the Italian coffee in the small cups here and everything. I done that already.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, the first time I've ever tried coffee was black.
mhm.
I my godparents, they're from Cuba,
Okay.
and they made some coffee one time. You know how they make the coffee in Cuba?
Okay.
Oh my God, forget about it. I think you could use that thing to strip paint.
Okay, I'll be right back and get my coffee.
What happened here, Paul? Okay. All right, Paul. Roger will be right back. Oh, you got a race going on here? Matic bike. I've tried that one, pneumatic bike. Not bad. Yeah, Miss Ryder died. Yeah, they have it out here, but something about most places that do have it. It's kept so long. I like coffee that they turn over a lot. They keep it moving.
Okay, I'm back.
Goes out quick and they keep making fresh pots.
That's it. Centroid. Hey, Centroid, I'm going to send you a link, okay? You don't have to come on if you don't want to. I just want to do a test, see if it works. Because Paul didn't get it working. This is bugging the crap out of me really bad. All right. I'm telling you, I've had so much problems with my internet lately and everything, and ridiculous.
You know, ever since that incident the other day with YouTube, I find a lot of the stuff is acting funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know, on the top of the page with the little bell as you get the alerts, every time I click on it, it just disappears.
Oh. Copy. Okay, now I'm gonna try to see if this works. Okay. Invite. Okay, Centroid, I just sent it out. Well, thank you very much, there, Brian. Yes, please, everybody hit that like button. Like I said there, I just go on that little man in the screen here. I click on it, the box shows up, and it says send invite as Roger 60 Martin. Then you just put the email in there, in that box there, and then you press on invite. So, oh, there you go. It works. Cool.
Hey. Yeah, it must be working differently, Roger, because it's ringing on my phone, and it doesn't show up as a link in my mail. It's going right to it. It must be an app it's accessing now. But there's this little like Hangouts bubble in my Google, in the Google bar up above, and I noticed that I clicked on it. It's the app that's part of the taskbar or whatever. So yeah, I didn't get the link, but I can access it from the menu up top. So it's working. It's just probably doing things differently now.
I can't even send an email out.
That's weird.
I get emails in. I cannot respond to them.
Okay. So now that you know it's working, the test is over. I have to go, right? Because that's all you sent me.
No.
It's not like I only want to test this on your Centroid, then you got to go.
Like I said, because I was going to test it with Jerome Poole, but he had to leave right away. So I said, well, that's why I said I didn't know if you're going out to fly or nothing. So.
Yeah, no. Actually, I just came back. I went out early this morning. So.
Okay, how'd it go?
They both survived.
Good.
I did get stuck in the tree once, but I had my pole.
Hey, Centroid, what kind of mic is that you're using?
It's on the headset.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of a gaming headset. I do want to eventually get a boom mic and some speakers because my ears are getting really hot with this thing on.
Well,
sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Paul Murray sent me a gift. He sent me this.
Nice. Cool.
A Yeti.
Nice.
Okay.
The freaking thing's heavy, man.
Nice.
Yeah, because everybody was saying that my sound was bugging up on my cam. So he sent me that to make sure everybody hears me right.
No, it's sounding good. It's sounding good.
Good.
But I was going to say something earlier about the coffee discussion. You saw what I said, that it must be a Canadian thing. My parents are both from Canada, and we started drinking coffee early. I still have to drink it with cream, but I don't drink it with sugar anymore. but I can't drink iced coffee. Like
Not me.
all these people who drink iced coffee and they think it's the greatest thing. I can't do it because to me, and not that I'm turning my nose up at it, but it's to me it's like leftovers because whatever my mother, she made a ton of coffee in the morning. Whatever we didn't drink in the morning turned into iced coffee that night for dinner.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, So if it's true that coffee and caffeine stunts your growth, I should probably be 10 feet tall right now.
Well, when I start drinking coffee, I used to take my coffee with 3 sugar and milk, lots of milk. And now I just take a little tip on a spoon.
Yeah, just to cut
get
the edge.
The bitterness out.
I can't do it with sugar, but I have to have the cream. I can drink black if I have to, but don't enjoy it as much.
Eber FPV, how you doing? Tony's reviews. Good day, sir.
Oh boy, novice quads. Here we go.
Novice quads.
Oh, he's in.
Yeah.
Novice quads.
Are you guys going on flying all together?
He's working right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm waiting on a couple of things. I got the mechanic, and I got waiting to hear from some other guys about going to fly.
Okay. Yeah, he just says just popping in from break at work. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
I'm confused. How you doing, Tony?
Yeah, here it's supposed to be very nice today, Centroid. And,
it's gorgeous.
It's freaking windy up here right now, but
oh no, there's no wind. It is sunny. It's gorgeous. We're supposed to have a nice day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to do some work with Lewis on CNY drone stuff. I got to learn how to do a timing gate system for races.
Okay.
But of course, that means I have to go there extra early so I can do some flying in the morning with him. And we're supposed to have good weather for that too. So
yeah. Okay, I just had to take care of business here. Get rid of this guy here. Remove. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, no content, whatever, and no. Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to get the 70-75 today and tomorrow.
Yep, it's amazing that it actually falls on a weekend.
yeah. And it's Grand Prix weekend here in Montreal.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. So, Phantom, I hate to bring this up while Navis Quads is in the chat. What's up with his controller and his transmitter? Is it all set, or is he still?
You know what? He's in the chat, right? I wish he could tell us.
He probably it's probably smashed and buried at this point.
Oh, what is he saying?
He has to go back to work. You guys have a great day. He has to get back to work.
Because I can tell you right now, if I had that same issue, if I had the same issues, I probably wouldn't be flying right now. FPV, I probably would have given up a long time ago.
He wrote down same shit.
Oh Lord.
That's why I said I'm already made.
Well, wasn't that Cinewhoop already made?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but isn't there any quads that just work with FI Sky, free F Sky, and the other one just work with Tranis?
It all depends on the receiver that's in the quad. Yeah. You can. Yeah, I think that's from what I know. But yeah, the Trend SFR Sky, as long as you have the right receiver in the quad, you should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying before, the Cab 7's over at Pusa Studios.
I saw that. I actually tuned in and saw him sitting there with a party hat. It was quite disturbing.
Yeah.
Hey, everything spicy. How you doing?
It looked a little weird.
I was almost 100% sure that if I tuned in right now, that they'd both be sitting next to you.
I was telling the Kim, I don't know. I have a feeling we might get visitors, but I'm not sure if he's got time. But you never know.
Yeah,
that was a little disturbing.
They had a great time though.
Oh, it looked like it.
But they were squished on the couch, and he has that hat on his head the whole time. It never moved.
Yeah, he did. He looked like he was propped up there. He did not look comfortable. Almost like he was strapped there, like against his will.
Now Squad says later, guys, Cinewhoop still won't show up on receiver tab.
See, I would take a hammer to the Cinewhoop. Because I'm pretty sure his transmitter's fine.
Well, I'm glad Kim's got all of his batteries now.
How many batteries does he have?
4, 5.
That's not enough.
No,
I'll bring him some more. No,
Corey Mano sent him a brand new one.
that's cool. I know.
He sent them 4 other ones there.
I saw the video, the unboxing. That was kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
I actually have 10 now, and I'm happy with that number. I don't think I'll be needing any more.
You know, I've seen guys come and they pull out all of their stuff, their copters and their drones, and they have a table, and they start laying out batteries and chargers and stuff. And I'm like, holy shit, how long are you going to be here?
It does go fast though.
It depends on how hard you fly them, yeah. But I got 10 primarily because I know if I cycle them, they'll last a little longer. Because if he just keeps using the same 4 batteries over and over, you know, they only have so many times you can use them. So I'm not saying he has to go out and fly 10 batteries in one day. It's just nice to have some that you can cycle through.
You're okay. We got a table here and everything. We got a table here and everything, so you can put everything on it.
I don't have that many batteries.
Right back, Roger.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to go flying this afternoon if the wind dies down. I'm gonna try my Spark this afternoon if the wind dies down there.
Yeah, what's the how fast is the wind now?
Hold on, I'll check. I'll check on my page here. It's right now they're saying it's doing 60 Fahrenheit here. The winds are 5 miles an hour.
Oh, that's nothing. Your Spark should be able to handle 5, right?
Yeah, should. It should. Kim, he's still flying his whoops around.
Oh, there you go.
Right now we're ordering a charger for all his batteries because he has a charger here, but it's an old charger. And we don't want to trust it.
Does he have a parallel board where he can charge like multiple batteries at the same time?
Yeah, but that's for the LiPo ones are.
Yeah, the bigger ones, right?
No, the small ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Mars has got the Discord for the Canadian Drone Hub there. I'm never on that. I never went on it once yet. So
I've done it once. Is it a actual voice chat or is it more like a
you can voice chat and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Not video though, right?
I don't know. I don't tell you the truth. I really don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure. Can you video chat on that, Mars? Or is it just chat? Talk to people, that's it. I think it's mainly microphone. Oh, voice and video. Oh, okay, I didn't know that, the video. Yeah, voice and video.
I wonder if that can be used in OBS.
I don't know. That
Not that you care, Roger.
I know. You lost me there. We're going to have Bill coming on pretty soon. I hope his link works okay. Because I don't think you could send Bill a link from your place, Centroid.
Oh,
I don't know.
What you mean? Yeah, because I never got a link.
That's it.
It was just an invite via that app.
Yeah.
So the whole email thing seems to be down or whatever for you. I don't know.
Hadley said a while ago that Gmail's having problems.
Oh, there's a surprise.
Oh. Okay there, Mars, no problem. Yeah. My son's supposed to be coming over and passing a weed whacker all over the place here.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
That was one of the guys that called me.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what time you going out to fly?
Who knows? I'm still waiting on it to hear from the mechanic.
Ah, okay.
They're meeting at this one park over there near Coney Island and in between Coney Island and Bensonhurst.
Is that far for you?
Not really. I just jump on the highway right here, and I'm over there in maybe like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Man, not that far.
Hey,
Now,
Skype.
the streets over there, yeah, it might be a little far.
Okay. Sky Pilot, how you doing? Long time, man. Yep. Sky Pilot, I do live streams at 2 a.m. on Wednesday mornings for all you guys out in the UK and over the pond. And I get off at 6 a.m. and after that I go back on at 9.
That was 2 o'clock? I thought it was 3.
Well, 2 or 3, depends on what time I open my eyes.
Then I was sitting here working on my video, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to bed. And I see the alert come like, that can't be right.
Yeah.
The first time I think you did it, Roger, same thing. I couldn't sleep. I woke up. I saw on my phone that notification, and I thought it was an old one from earlier the previous day, and it's like Canadian Drone Hub live 2 minutes ago. I'm like, what the? It's like 3 in the morning.
Like, that can't be right.
You been on a walkabout there? Okay, there, Sky Pilot. I understand. Who's Quest? No, I was just saying I go on at the Wednesday mornings at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Wednesday mornings for the people all across the UK and all that. I'll most likely get Kim to charge up my 3 batteries for the Spark, and I don't fly high anyway, so I'm not as afraid of the winds like that. Oh, okay, who's the guest on here? Oh, okay, I understand. Now I understand. Yeah, it's Phantom Flight 101 and Centroid Aerial.
And I'm only here for testing purposes.
That's actually how I came in too.
So we know where we rate, huh, Phantom? Just being used. It's okay.
So, talking about tests, when you finishing your school now there, Centroid?
Oh, Lord. I got a week. This week is our last week of classes, but I give in-class final exams. Then the following week is all the formal regents and state tests. And then about a week after, so about 3 weeks before we wrap things up and close up our rooms. But then 2 weeks after that, I start summer school. So
they should just end it now.
So are you still good to come down on the 17th of July? Or?
I'm sure as heck trying, and I don't know if Val is still trying to fly into. She said something about flying into Syracuse, and then I drive her up there, but I haven't heard yet.
Well, speaking of the devil, here's the sheet.
Like the devil.
Okay.
Like the devil.
Okay, Roger, test is over. Have a good day.
What the hell?
Test is over. I gotta go.
Oh my God.
Hello, Val.
Hey,
How are
Herman.
you?
Hey, Mark.
See,
How you doing, you handsome devils?
See, Val, I always send the invite by that box. Ever since I've been doing this, I've been doing the invite by that box. I send the Val the invite. That's why I knew it worked that way.
Yeah, and you know what, Roger, I was going to tell you, when I do the invites, I do the top, and I just click the M because that's mail.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
I don't have my chat on, so sorry, guys. I'll get it on just a minute.
Roger, you can make the chat bigger letters. You do it, make it easier. Yeah, I'm okay.
That's true.
I can see the chat just right. Yeah.
So I'm only with you until Mary gets up because I'm working.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I see you got your mic hooked up and everything now, so you're good.
Yeah, I brought it yesterday with me and then I couldn't find my headphones, and I thought, oh, flipping. I had to have Kevin, my roommate, drive me here.
Oh, okay.
That was an experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not drive with them ever. Hey, Mars.
But they drive that good?
Matches. No. No, he gets stopped for drunk driving when he doesn't drink.
Wow.
I'm surprised he's got a license.
Yeah, and they test him out.
That's
the guy gave him the test was probably drunk.
Yeah, right.
What did you just say?
Well, you know what? If you get stopped for
Mike Beanie.
suspicion of drunk driving and you don't drink, you don't drive either.
Yeah.
What they always have him. He gets really nervous when they pull up behind him, and are following him, and it makes him even worse.
Oh, so that's
because he has anxiety. So he's like,
so he starts looking suspicious.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, he does.
You know what
Yes,
they don't
he
like?
does.
They don't like it when you make a couple of turns on them.
Oh, try to lose him as a tail.
Yeah.
They think you're trying to lose him. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Kevin do that next time.
You want to really
Just
mess
start
with him,
making really terrible turns and trying to get away.
You want to really mess with him, just pull over right away and go, "Is there a problem, officer?" Beat him to the punch. That might piss him off, though.
Well, I found out the hard way about that turning thing.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my God, Herman.
Hey, Muscle Car Appraisal, how you doing?
Hi.
I didn't get a ticket or anything. The cop just wanted to know where I was going. I'm like, all these cars on the road, you need to know where I'm going?
Yeah.
Going home.
Say, going to your house. Is your wife still home?
Oh.
Oops. Sorry.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would go over real
That would have got me more than a ticket.
Yeah.
I just say when they ask silly questions, can't you give silly answers?
Well, I told him I was going home, and then he said, well, where's home? I was like, that way. I said, you got my ID in your hand. Why are you asking me where?
I was going to ask you that. He's got your license with your address on it. It's like, really? Why you
It's ride or die. Blow, blow, Val. Yeah, I know. No, usually, like what I do is I'm always pretty sure what I do is right. So if they stop me for like an illegal U-turn, I'll go, I'm sorry, officer, but I think you're wrong. No, you can't turn there. No, I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure that's the law. So you're telling me the law? I'm just helping you out. But they always let me go. I think they just are afraid of what's going on in my head. They're like, okay, just go. I'm pretty sure you're wrong. They weren't wrong. And I was so surprised. But, oh well.
Well, you know what's funny? What was it, like I think it was like the 60s and the 50s? There was no drunk driving.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No.
No seatbelts. No, nothing.
Not in the 70s either.
Just driving by the seat of your pants.
Oh, in the 70s, yeah, no, they didn't have well, they had seat belts, but they didn't.
Right, they didn't have the laws.
They didn't have to use them. They were optional.
Yeah,
they were mandatory optional. You can use them if you want them. They're there.
Yeah, that's it.
And did you use them, Herman?
What, in the 70s?
Yeah.
Seatbelt?
Yeah.
If I was
Yeah.
driving in the 70s, wow.
You weren't driving in the 70s?
My parents would have needed to get
Oh my God, how old are you, Herman? 2?
2. No, I'm not 2, but I wasn't driving in the 70s.
Lord have mercy.
I
Val.
was.
Val, we're old. Get over it.
geez.
I wasn't even driving in the 70s.
Oh my God.
I used to sit on the, the middle armrest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
used to
God.
sit on
I
that.
can imagine you now. Yeah.
Oh, when we used to go.
Bill, okay, hold on a second, guys. Bill, I sent you the link 2 times there. You should be able to click on it. I don't know if you got it. I had to send it a different way because my email's not working right.
So Roger, can I help you with that?
Well, if you could send a link by email, I don't know.
Well, I don't have the link. I just clicked in, but
Yeah.
here's what you could do. Go up to invite.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you see the top row where it has that little M? Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, click that M.
Okay.
What happened?
Well, it says add Gmail to your account.
Oh, okay, you don't have it.
Yeah.
What are you actually trying to do, Val?
Well, he needs to get Bill the drone reviewer on.
Okay.
And so if you put it in that little click, so Bill the drone reviewer, if you go to Google Hangouts, the top, you should see Roger's live stream on there. If I could, I don't know how to show it when I'm not the host.
I'm gonna try and fix this issue today with my email there. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't know either, Roger. Let me see if I can figure out a way to do it.
This morning I checked it out. It says this morning I checked it out and it says, "Oh, you gotta turn off your firewall. You gotta turn this off, turn this back on, turn this off.
Oh,
Go here,
Lord.
go there."
What
Yeah.
a freaking predicament.
Yeah.
What was that?
Not me.
I think that's Bill trying to call in.
No, that's me.
You're ringing. Everything's spicy. Hi.
No, I have this machine on my shoulder.
What I'll do is I'll try to see if it'll. That's Centroid.
Oh, here's how you do it. Will you go into our specials chat where we can talk and put the link there, and then I'll send it over to Bill.
Okay.
I think I have you, Bill, don't I? I'm sure I do.
Yeah. Well, you did a what do you call that there?
Interview or a chat. Okay. I don't see it yet, but I'm sure.
I'm trying to.
Hey, Miss Cass, how you doing? Your FPV drones too. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. I gotcha.
I don't know what the hell Kim is doing upstairs. I think he's moving furniture. Hey, Dave, how you doing this morning?
He's not still making coffee?
God, I got my coffee. I had to have a coffee to get through that drive. Let's see.
You had the coffee before the drive, or you had the coffee on the drive?
I had the coffee on the. No, I had it on the drive. I told him pull over because I'm sweet like that.
You know, Val, I got to tell you a funny story about that. I coach high school football.
Yeah.
And we were going to football camp, and I had everything in my truck ready to go. And one of the other coaches, our kicking coach, is an older guy, and he has sleep apnea.
And he on its way.
Refuses to use the mask. So he falls asleep during the day. So he says to me, "Can you ride with me? Because I don't want to ride up by myself." So I put all my stuff in his car and I get in and we get on the road. and he's moving real slow, and people are beeping him, and I'm like, yo, you gotta pick up some speed. He's like, where are they all in a rush to? So we get on the highway now, and he's talking, and he falls asleep.
Oh no.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
start screaming from the passenger seat. And he's like, what's the matter? What's the matter? I'm like, yo, you falling asleep on me. So now we get further up on the highway, and just before we get to the thruway, we go from the right lane to the left lane while his chin is against his chest. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs to pull over. And he stop over and get a cup of coffee. I said, and while you're getting it, I'm going to drive.
Oh hell no.
Right,
Here
right.
comes Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey guys, how are you?
Welcome.
Yeah, sorry,
up,
Bill,
Bill?
about all that complications there. My email's not working at all this morning.
Oh, that's horrible. I hate that.
Yeah.
That's just absolutely horrible.
But
Yeah,
we
we-
found a workaround.
Well, surprise, surprise, DJI comes out with this announcement about learning to win. And it's kind of obvious what this is. And, you know, I've had a lot of people, almost everyone is universally agreeing that it's some kind of a land-based vehicle and it's going to have a camera on it. Now, the learning to win part is, you know, DJI has been holding these robotics competitions for several years, and it's robotics with land-based vehicles kind of a thing. Well, this is going to be highly customizable. As you probably saw in the clips, they showed different connections on there. So there's probably different things you'll be able to do with this. I definitely think it's something you'll be able to program. It'll be very programmable from the get-go. This is going to be something that's highly customizable. You know, and I don't see, like, you know, as far as like consumers are concerned, you know, I'm not sure if this is something that's going to be something that will be really appealing to them. I see this as more of an educational type of a thing, especially for young teens and teenagers, and you know, in educational institutions. I think it'll be a great learning tool, is what I think is going to happen.
So is it like an RC car?
Yeah, it's
thinking?
going to kind of be like an RC car, Val. You know, I expect it's going to have like some ruggedized tires, and you'll be able to go up and do things with it. Now, I think there's probably going to be some options. Obviously, it's going to have a camera. They did show a camera on it. So it'll have a camera on it, which is, you know, unless you mount a GoPro or the Osmo Action, you know, most RC cars don't have anything on them. So, you know, it'll have something that's built in. It's probably going to have some features on it, I imagine, just besides having a camera. You know, maybe there's an arm, the option that you can put on, like an articulating arm, and be able to grab things with it, or, you know, to program it. I'm seeing a lot of option things here, and that's where, you know, a smart company like DJI will be able to market this and say, you know, we're going to have this product come out. It'll be educational, and you'll be able to do things like you'll be able to grab, you know, if you wanted to say grab a cup of coffee or move this box from here to there, kind of a thing.
I like the coffee part.
Yeah, the coffee. Yeah, you know, have it come and fetch my coffee in the morning and bring it to me in bed. You know, it's like, well, see, that's what that's and my Valerie tells me that's what I was made for, was to fetch her coffee in the morning. So kind of a thing. So, you know, it's gonna be something that's gonna be great. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I have absolutely no clue how much this is going to cost. My guess, and this is just taking a wild guess at this, I'm thinking it's going to run maybe about $400 or $500 off the top. And it's just a pure guess, because I have no idea, because this is just something that's totally new for DJI. Now, at first, what I had thought this might be a submersible. You know, I know there's you know, Rick Smith from Drone Valley, I know he has several submersibles, and he's done some videos on them. You know, and I've seen some other drone reviewers have done some videos on them, and they're fantastic. They're great. But the thing with submersibles is, you know, they're tethered. You know, that's the only way you can communicate. Radio waves don't work underwater like they do on top of the surface. So you have to have that tethered to be able to control that vehicle, and you're limited to whatever that tether is. You know, if it's 100 yards or 200 yards, that's a lot of cable that you have to haul around. So, and those are nice, and they provide some great things. And that's what I thought this might have been, because I know that there had been some talk about this. But last year, I think, and I've been trying to find it overnight and I couldn't find it. They had something come out about this, and they showed some pictures. And I think it may have been DJI had an event, some type of a program over in Germany. And I think they actually showed what this looked like. And, darned, I couldn't find it. And I wanted to be able to find it to show everybody today. And I can't find it. If I look for it, I'll post it out there. But I haven't seen it so far, because I remember seeing a picture of it, and it just, it was over in Germany, and it was about a year ago at this time. So, again, I don't know, but I still think, a lot of people are, talking about next month. Well, this is going to be the same type of a deal that when they release the Osmo Action. It's just going to come out on the website. There's going to be no, live event. There's going to be no live stream from it. They're just going to go out and say, here's the DJI Osmo RC car, or whatever they're going to call it. And it'll be out there. And then they'll have pricing on it and options and be able to order it and all that kind of thing. They're not, and it's kind of a smart thing, because it saves them a lot of money. To put on one of those events costs them an enormous amount of money. And it's a great way for them to be able to get the product out and not be able to have to spend a lot of money. Well, as it's like anytime they come out with some kind of a teaser, it's like people, sit up and take notice and pay attention to it. And this is something, when DJI speaks, it's like that old, when E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. And it's when DJI puts out an announcement, boy, oh boy, everybody's running. They're taking a look. They're going on their phones. I mean, it was like within I went out, I put a 1 minute quick thing out there. Within 15 minutes, I had 100 views on it. Just, it's just, hey, I'm just saying, hey, there's DJI has an announcement. They're coming out with something on the 11th. What are your thoughts as to what it is? And boom. And it's like within 15 minutes, I had 100 views on it. It was just a simple thing. So, it's a great way to attract that attention. But I think the key is anytime, they have these kind of events, it's not going to be or these announcements, they're not going to be drone based. Okay. Because if it's a drone, you can be sure that they're going to have a public event out there that's going to be broadcast. It's not going to be, they're just not going to put out a Spark 2. Here's a Spark 2. It's on the website. Go ahead and buy it now. They're not going to do that. Okay. They're going to have a lot of pomp and circumstance behind it. I mean, what they did when they did the Mavic 2, because I was there, it was just insanely incredible. The lengths that they did. I mean, they gave each of us an SD card to use, and we couldn't figure out why they were giving us an SD card as we walked in. Well, it was after the event was over. They got permission from the city of New York to be able to go out and fly your drone, like out over the Hudson River, which was incredible. Them having, and they had unbelievable, light snacks and foods afterwards. And just the hall that this place was rented in was like a 5-story, used to be a 5-story building, and was gutted. And it was just spectacular all the way around. And see, and DJI won't hold back for a drone. Okay. For non-drone products, you're probably not going to see the kind of pomp and circumstance that you would see for like a drone-based product, or, along the lines of like a Ronin or something. All right. This is what, if it's a high-end, high-price kind of a thing, especially a drone, DJI is going to go out to the nth degree to do that.
Okay.
Now, with all that being said, I still, I still am on track for a Spark 2 for next month.
For next month?
Yeah, because if you look out on DJI's website right now, you can't buy a Spark. You can't even buy a refurbished Spark right now. Right on their website. I mean, everybody's talking about, you can't get anything Phantom wise. Well, you can't buy anything Spark wise out there right now. It's completely not even refurbished, accessories, nothing. You can't do that. You have to go to either, maybe if you get lucky, like at a Best Buy, or maybe on Amazon, or maybe some other reseller out there, but they're not available from DJI anymore. So that's a huge sign when you see things like that. Now,
so when you say you're on track for a Spark 2 next month, does that mean you're buying it next month, or does that mean you're tracking it?
No, what I'm saying it's on track, Val, is that DJI is on track. I'm not saying not myself personally is on track. I'm saying DJI is on track still. You know, Hey Kesteluk came out with it on Drone DJ, and I stand behind what he has to say 100%. Is that they're coming out with it next month because it's a perfect type of summer drone, if you will. It's something that will be absolutely perfect. I mean, you know, they come out with it in July. There's still, you know, a few months of summer left. Well, it's like summer down here all the time in Florida. It's like right now we hit before May hit down here in Florida. It's been the average has been 98 every day outside.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
We woke up today to 40 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
oh,
know what's going on up here.
send some of your cool down here. We could use it. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Man, it's just wicked. It's just horrible right now. But you know, and I put out a video recently, and you may have seen it. And I talked about this last week. Was, you know, I have a theory because the Mavic Air has been at some big box stores. I think Costco and some other ones have had some sales on the Mavic Air. Now, you know, right now in North America, DJI is having a sale on the Mavic Air, $120 off the regular one and $120 off the combo. And people are saying, oh, they're just trying to clear inventory. And, you know, well, you know, I came out with what I said last week, and I put a video together on it. And I said, you know, this is a perfect timing. Okay. Having this sale, you know, is not, people are saying, oh, it's because DJI had that big fraud investigation and they lost millions of dollars and they're trying to recoup their losses, and, you know, they're not selling the Phantom anymore, so they're trying to make up for profit and all this. No. All of this is pointing to me, you know, it makes, you know, I majored in business in college, and one of the things that we had to do in our senior year was we had to run a company, and we had to put in inputs into an archaic computer back in 1980 at the time. But, you know, based upon marketing and research and development and, you know, product development and pricing and everything, you know, try to be able to do well with the company. Well, my group finished in second in the class because we spent a lot of time. What we spent a lot of time doing was on the marketing aspect of it. And we did it right. And this is what DJI is doing. They're planning this right. And what I'm seeing, I'm still sticking with it. They're going to come out with two versions of a Spark. They're going to come out with a basic Spark like we've seen that's going to be tweaked. It's going to have a better runtime on it. It's going to have a better connection ability on it. I think, you know, and they haven't talked about it, but I think it'll probably have better ESCs and quieter props. You know, it's gonna be tweaked. It's definitely going to be a step up from what the Spark was, and of course have the big one, the 4K camera with a 3-axis gimbal on it, which, you know, a lot of people have been talking about. And what I see happening is because the Mavic Air never really took off and did as well as DJI thought it was going to. It was just one of those things that they thought, because it had the name Mavic on it, that people were just going to instantly be able to buy that and say, you know what, I got myself a mini Mavic Pro right here. Well, it wasn't a mini Mavic Pro. You know, from day one, okay, you know, the number one complaint about that drone has been the noise factor from it. It's just been insane. Of course, Master Screw is making a killing right now on those quieter props, but there's a caution with those quieter props is you have to turn some of the settings down. Otherwise, you'll over rev the motors and you could destroy the motors if you don't do that. So that's a caution out there. If anybody that looks at getting those Master Screw props for the DJI Mavic Air. Now, the other thing with the Mavic Air has been the range. The range has been incredibly bad on it. It's not been good at all. You know, the signal, it has been horrible with it. It's just not been a good drone as far as that was concerned. And battery life was not good on it as well. And, you know, in terms of flying it, it did not have the maneuverability of even a Spark. The Spark could outmaneuver a Mavic Air. I mean, and I know for what people paid for it originally, it was $799 for the base and $999 for a Fly More combo. You know, and I look at it this way, and this is what I tell people. That $999, you spent a couple $100 more, you could have gotten yourself a Mavic Pro at the time, you know, and still had the portability and everything that you were wanting to get with the Mavic Pro, or with the Mavic Air, you got with the Mavic Pro. It was already there. So it just what they're going to do is they're going to retool it. It's going to be named the Spark 2 Pro. And this is just my observation, just from things that I have seen and I've observed, and what I've seen out in forums and groups. This is what I believe is going to happen, and it makes a lot of sense. And I've had a lot of people agree with me on my video about that. It's just it makes a lot of sense for DJI to do something like this. Now, I also see coming up in the future that what they're going to do is, the Zoom Mavic 2 Zoom is on sale, and I've had a lot of people give me a lot of comments on this.
Oh wow!
But it's $100 off now. And people, if you don't follow DJI, you don't really get a grasp or an understanding of what they're doing. What they're doing here, when they're offering $120 off and $100 off on something, all right, this is significant. People don't catch the grasp this, okay? Because when I put out those select coupons to give discounts, okay, they only apply them in certain small situations, okay? They don't offer discounts, for one, on an everyday basis. And number two, when they're not knocking that kind of a price off it, when they're not taking that much money off it, there's something significant going on. They're just not clearing inventory. They're just not, trying to make up for the losses from last year from the fraud investigation. This is something that is groundbreaking here. Is news. So with all that being said, this is why I think what they're going to do with the Mavic 2 series, and I don't know when they're going to do this. I know I said towards the latter end of this year, it could be next year, but I see them combining the Mavic 2, and it's going to have one camera. And it's going to be able to have the Zoom capabilities and the Pro capabilities on it. This is what I really firmly believe. It makes perfect sense because I know several people that went out and bought both drones just because they wanted to be able to have the Zoom capability and the capabilities from the Pro. I mean, and I don't have $3,000 to spend on getting two drones, but I'll have $1,500 to get one drone. And this is something that a lot of people are saying, and I also think what DJI will do and what they'll stand by. Now, see, they came out with the announcement at the See the Bigger Picture event that said that the cameras would be swappable for a fee, but they've never come out and actually said that. And there's been a lot of people online that have showed how easy it is to do this. It's several screws, and 15 minutes later, you've swapped cameras, and they work. There's no problems with the software being able to do that. Now, when you do that, though, there's a seal that you break and you void your warranty. So just to let anybody know who's contemplating doing that, your warranty's gone after you do that. So just that's just one of those things. But to me, this is what I think is going to be going on right now, coming up next month.
So let me ask you a question, Bill.
Sure.
We have someone in the chat who's looking for something that is not $300 to $400. It's a little bit less for a starter drone to learn to fly. And of course, we have Nay saying the Anafi because that's his favorite brand. But these drones are a little bit expensive. Do you think the Spark is going to come down, the original one, enough to fit in that $200 range, or is that just wishful thinking?
No, I think it's, at $499, the original was priced at $499. And from what I'm hearing, they're probably going to keep this priced at $499. And for a DJI level drone, I think that's fantastic. Now, I also just heard that you can get refurbished Anafis out on Amazon for $445, which is a fantastic deal. I know several people have done that already. So, I mean, as far as that's concerned, I'm seeing, it's, getting an entry level drone and one that costs, when you get below $400, it's a different realm. It's a different kind of ball game, and you're probably looking more of a toy grade type of drone when you get down there, and they're not going to have the features that you expect on say like a DJI drone. You're not going to have that any kind of obstacle avoidance, or you're not going to have that optical flow sensor that when you take off, your drone is hovering in place and it's not going to be going anywhere because it has that. Well, I'll give you a good example. Okay. Two of my good friends, Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford, they fly the Hubsan Zeno. Now the Zeno is at $250, and they've done some extensive testing. They've done a ton of software updates on it. And, it's getting to the point that it is a whole lot better than when it first came out. But that's not a drone that I advise for people as an entry-level drone, because you need a good skill set to be able to fly something like that. Now, Marcus has also gotten the FIMI X8, which is about $399, and he raves about that. And now that one does have an optical flow sensor, which means, like when you take off, it'll stay there. It's not going to go. You're not going to see it bouncing up and down like a yo-yo. It'll stay, up, 5, 6, 7, 8 feet up off the ground when you take off. And it's shown that it's had a lot of promise, this FIMI X8. Now that's $399 from what I hear. So, I mean, that's probably, and again, those two type of drones, I still don't see those as drones for people to get as far as entry level is concerned. And I know my good friend Kelly Shores, he talked about the Syma X5 drone, which is under $100. He says that's an ideal drone to learn on. Well, I have the most respect in the world for Kelly Shores as possible. He's fantastic, but I have to politely disagree with him here, because with those type of drones, they're so hard and they're so difficult to try to get that, to maintain the position on that, to get that to go up and down, left and right, backwards and forwards, irregardless of having an app or a camera. A lot of those don't have apps and don't have cameras. I mean, you're just flying the drone as is. Well, I got a taste of it this week. I had the JJRC H65, which is otherwise known as the Golden Egg. I did a video out on that, and my wife and I had some fun with it. We had a lot of fun with it. And it had a wand controller. And if you've used a drone with a wand controller before, okay, they have a mind of their own. I mean, I was doing this, I was doing this, I was doing this and this and this. And it seemed like when I would do this, it would go the opposite direction. When I would do that, it would be going, it was completely opposite. I managed to keep it up in the air for a grand total of about 3.5 minutes, which I thought was fantastic, without it crashing. Okay. Or having to take the walk of shame, as Ron Brown did it. They called it, when the thing hit the ground. So, the toy drones are very difficult to control, and I think, if you want to tell a person, and this is just my personal opinion, if you want an entry-level drone that you're going to feel comfortable with and feel good and confident about, the first thing I would say is, if you're looking solely at price, I would look at a Tello, okay? Because, you can get a controller for it, and it works great. It's stable. It takes okay footage. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but it's a good one to be able to learn on. And the next step up from that is a Spark, because I think you want to have some confidence when you're doing that. When you hit that button for the first time and you take off, you don't want that thing doing a belly flop. You don't want that thing taking off on you. With a Tello, it's not going to do that kind of stuff. You're going to have some control over it, and especially if you get a decent controller. If you spend another $30 and get a controller for it, and hook it up to your app, you'll be able to, it'll make a good starter drone. So that's the drone that I recommend for people, is just a pure starter drone. Interested with some kind of a view, getting some kind of a view from it. It takes great still photos. I can say that the Tello. As far as video is concerned, the video quality is not very good. But again, you don't get those type of drones for their video quality. You get them to be able to learn on and be able to practice on. And they're great, especially for teens and young kids, to be able to.
Bill, oh, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I would say that the Breeze is a good starter drone. It's $149, comes with controller. It has 4K. It does good video, about as good as what you're going to get, right, on something of that price. And I think it's a step up, and it does, if you look at some of my videos, with the Breeze. They're pretty good, but it is a starter drone. You know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
only goes so far. It only flies so long. Um, you have to get a couple batteries because I think with me, because I fly it faster, if you could call that fast, it only goes like 8 minutes, but it is enough to give you a taste for a camera drone, to give you a taste of what you like and to teach you how to go around things, and it'll go around you. It has that kind of stuff in it. It'll follow you mode. So it has some of the things to practice on and decide, is this something I like? And then if it is, you move up to, maybe the Spark, the Phantom, the Mavic, the Afani, whatever that is, Anify, whatever it's called. But that's when you move up. But it's only about 149 comes complete.
Yeah, see, that's another good one as well too, because you're not busting the bank for something like that, and you're going to get some good capabilities from it. It's and the thing that I try to tell people is when they're looking at these kind of drones is don't expect the capabilities of say like a Phantom or a Mavic 2, where it's going to have obstacle avoidance and it's going to have the optical flow sensors, and it's going to it's not going to have that type of thing, and it's not going to have a lot of those special modes like rocket shots or hyperlapse or any of the. It's not going to have these features, and people are under the notion, they think when they buy a drone it's going to have all these features, and they don't. That's that's one of the things that I tell people is look at what's out there. All right, try to understand what's going on and talk to somebody that flies drones on a regular basis. Don't some of the best advice that you can get is from somebody that flies drones and what they can recommend. For me, like I said, I almost always like, if you're starting out, start out with like a Tello. For example, I did get my Valerie to fly the Tello for a little bit, and she liked it. And she's thinking about, maybe like if they come out with another Spark that I might get two of them. I might get one for her. And it's the perfect kind of a drone, I think, because it bridges the gap. It bridges the gap between something that is, very low end, and something that's high end. It has a lot of capabilities and features that you can see on some of the higher end DJI drones, but it doesn't break the bank, and it has a decent amount of runtime. I mean, 17, 18 minutes on a drone of that size, I think is great runtime. And one of the other things is, and I know we talked about this before, and I want to mention it, a lot of people are saying, well, why can't they get more runtime on these drones? And, that's a great question. But Rick Smith he put it real well, because he has an engineering background, and lithium ion batteries, you can only do so much in a given confined space of that battery, because basically it's a chemical reaction that produces the electricity inside there. So in order to get more runtime out of something like that, you have to make the battery bigger. In order to make the battery bigger, you got to make the drone bigger. And this is what, a lot of people are asking me, why can't we get it to 250 grams? And I'm saying, but yet we want increased runtime. I said, well, there's a trade-off here. If you want the increased runtime, it's going to be well over 250 grams. I mean, that's just the way things are right now.
And then the price will go up.
Exactly. The price will go up, and then people say, well, it's not $399 or $499 anymore. And it's like, well, you know what? You want, what do you want? Do you want the price, or do you want increased runtime? Do you want the price, or do you want new ESCs and quieter props? Do you want the price, or do you want 4K 3-axis gimbal? I mean, these are the kind of trade-offs, and people want, the old saying, people want their cake and eat it too. And it's the same thing here. People want to have these features on there, but yet they don't want to pay for them. And I'm like, okay, it comes with a price, and it always comes with a price. I mean, that's just the way things are.
Well,
and I also think I'm sorry, Herman, you go ahead.
I found that the Tello was a little laggy, especially with the controller. But I think what a lot of times people getting into drones, they've seen it already. They've seen the things that people are doing already. And I think that they're looking to jump from being a beginner into that, or something that bridges that gap in between being a beginner and being that guy that can fly out over the water and take pictures of ships and stuff like that. I think that's where that's what fascinates a lot of people. And they're actually looking for something that'll get them in between that range. But then when they start looking at the prices of it, they start asking more questions. And then when you start getting into the features of it, they start asking more questions. You know, like I started with the P3 standard. And I was going to buy the P4 after that, and I skipped it and got the P4 Pro. I won't go back from there. You know, I just can't. You know, it's a nice drone, believe me. Because at the price of it, I think they're now down about $300 or $3 something for the Phantom 3 standard. But it's Wi-Fi. I live in New York, you know, and you're only going to get but so much distance with that. That's why I would never buy the Tello or the Air, because I know I'm not going to get that much range with it when I start putting it out in places that I can fly my P4 Pro.
You know, that's an interesting point, because, you know, I don't know, Joe's Drone Life, you know, he did a great video on the P4 Pro. I have the P4 Pro V2.0 that has the OcuSync 2.0 on it, and the transmission on that is fantastic. He has the P4 Pro with just, you know, with the light bridge on it, and he was flying next to a place with electrical transformers. He was having all kind of transmission problems with it, and you know, very poor connection, and you know, and then he moved away from there, and it got fantastic. So, you know, he said to show what a difference that kind of thing makes is where you're flying. A lot of times, you know, where you're flying, it's going to make a big difference.
And let me say something about toy drones, because in the chat we're talking $18 drones. The problem with toy drones is once you get in them, you kind of get stuck there, and they're a little harder to fly because they're not going to be great. They're not going to do much of anything that I've seen, right? So you kind of get stuck there. They're not going to have stable, which people say, you know, you want to start with acro, whatever. But for someone who just wants to see if they like it, they want to fly, they want to have some fun, they want to take selfies of the family standing underneath them, maybe take it hiking to show some stuff. I would say that you're looking at the Breeze, you're looking at the Spark up from that, then you're looking up from that. Don't waste your money on toys.
Well, you know, Curtis Dart just
That's
put a
my
great
feel.
comment out there. If you buy crap, you're not going to have a good experience, and you'll drop out of the hobby. And he's right.
That's true.
That's
Very true.
100% on, Curtis. Thank you for that.
That's true.
And Nay, I know I'm disagreeing with everything you're saying, but that's just the way it is today.
Yeah, you know,
I'll agree with some stuff tomorrow.
you know, I could, you know, that $18, you know, Golden Egg drone that I have, you know, with all due respect, you know, it's a piece of plastic. I mean, it's just, you know, it's one crash away from never flying again. I mean, I can tell you, I've had at least 3 or 4 drones sent to me from some of these companies, from Banggood and JJRC, that I never actually got out to review because, you know, several of them, you know, I'd take off and it would do a belly flop right away. I would change the props, it would still do a belly flop right away. I mean, you know, some of these drones were just totally defective. I got a real nice one out of the box, had GPS on it, an optical flow sensor. It would normally retails for about $299. Charge the battery up, put batteries in the controller, you know, get the app ready to go. It's not binding. It absolutely refuses to bind to the controller. You know, it's, again, you know, the quality control on a lot of these, you know, unfortunately, you know, you hate to say you get what you're paying for, but with something like that, this is exactly the case. This is what you get when you're paying for these type of drones, you know, when you go out there. Now, you know, if you're looking to get it for a small, you know, under 10-year-old, go for it. You know, let them have some fun with something like this. You know, but be there to help them with it and walk them through this kind of stuff. And then, you know, if they find that they enjoy that, then you can move on up. But, you know, as far as getting started in something like this, I would, you know, I know there's some channels that totally just all they do are toy drone reviews, which is fine. And that's good. And I'm glad they enjoy them and they have fun with them. But, you know, for me, you know, I'm going to start out with something like a Tello and then work my way up from there, because I want to have something that gives me a little bit of confidence, that lets me be able to fly it, you know, or even start out with something like a Spark. You know, when you look at some of those other ones, you know, it's just like, I just want to laugh sometimes, because I get at least I probably get at least 4 or 5 requests a week from, I'll call them resellers, for JJRC, from Banggood, from other ones out there that are trying to, sell their drones to me. For example, I had the eSheen E58, which is a very tiny Mavic Pro clone. That was one drone that I replaced the props on 3 times. And every single time I replaced those props, it kept doing belly flops. And then finally it just did one so hard that it broke 2 of the arms off. At that point in time, it went out in that week's garbage. I mean, because it's exactly what it was. It was just garbage. I mean, and they're asking me, well, did you do a review on it? And I said, well, I would have loved to have done a review on it, but you sent me new props. I put the new props on. It did a belly flop. It crashed and 2 arms broke. So you tell me where the review is. Okay. That's just the name of the game with stuff like that, as far as that's concerned. But there's something else I wanted to kind of talk about is, it's really starting to become an epidemic. And I know Roger probably knows about this as well too, is, mob dislikes. Now, I've been getting an incredible amount of mob dislikes. First of all, somebody came out and left a comment on the video I did about the Spark 2 and what my thoughts are on the Mavic Air sale and the Mavic 2 Zoom sale. Somebody called my wife a name on there. Okay, now you can insult me all day long. That doesn't bother me. But, if you come after my wife, that becomes personal to me. And, of course, I delete, block, and I report to YouTube. Well, I also went out and I put out a video yesterday on the Learning to Win. Just a 1-minute video out there. Within 15 minutes, I had 20 dislikes out there on this.
Oh, shit.
And then here's the real catch. All right. I'm having Sally French, who's known as the Drone Girl. If you've seen her, she's out on Twitter. She does a great job. I'm going to have her on June 15th on my show. And I put that out there, and you create the event. You can create the events ahead of time out on YouTube. I already have 2 dislikes on it, and it hasn't even aired yet. Okay. So yeah, and I have a good idea who's behind all of this. And I know I got pinged. And in fact, one of my other friends, he's getting bothered by the same people, because I recognize the name. He'd come after him. Again, it was a personal attack on one of his videos, and he shared it on Twitter last night. And I messaged him and I said, I think I know who's doing it. And he agreed with me who it was. And I think, Roger, I think you probably have a good idea who it is as well too, who's doing this. And, he's just, and I don't know if it's only him and some of his friends, but, YouTube needs to step up this, getting rid of this dislike thing, or this mob dislike thing, because, it's hurting everybody. This is not something that's good for YouTube. It's not good for the drone community. We have the right as, content creators here on YouTube to basically put out there what we choose to put out there. Of course, I'm not going to do anything that's going to go against YouTube's rules. Anything that's illegal, immoral, unethical, I'm not going to post stuff out there. That's why, I'm a real stickler for the rules here in the United States as far as the FAA is concerned. That's something that I abide by. And, I want to do my content the way I want to do it. And what I get, the feedback that I get from these people and from that person that Roger probably knows who I'm talking about is that I should do this type of content and I should not do this type of content. And I said, well, here's the thing. And this is where I'm going to finish my soapbox on this here. Okay. If you're focusing on telling me what to do for my content, you've taken your eyes off of your channel, and your channel is suffering because of that. Okay. Your channel's not growing. Your channel is probably going in the opposite direction, and you're spending your time and your resources doing that when you could be spending time and resources doing things on your own channel. Okay.
Mhm.
And you know when you're doing that, you know, you're taking away from yourself, and you know you're trying to hurt somebody else, but in the process you're also hurting yourself when you're doing something like that. And they don't realize that. That's something that I think is just so. You know what? And this is my blanket statement. You know, I'm going to continue to put out the content that I put out there, because you know what? I get great comments from people. And see, here's the thing. Okay, I'll have my dislikes. You know, those numbers are so far skewed, it's not funny. But if you look in my comments, okay, my comments will tell you exactly that that's not the story, the likes and dislikes. The comments are generally very positive and very much, you know, they may not 100% agree with what I'm saying, but they're in a positive light. And that's what I try to encourage all the time. And that's what I think, you know, I've heard, and I saw several famous YouTubers, Roberto, and his last name escapes me for the second. You know, he had reported that Instagram is doing away with their likes. And I've also heard that YouTube is seriously considering getting rid of likes and dislikes. And I think this is something I'm 100% behind, because, you know, if you know, the one thing that YouTube likes is watch time on videos. Okay. The more watch time that you get on videos, especially if you're monetized, the better it is for you. And this is something that they just absolutely love. Well, here's the thing. You get rid of likes and dislikes. Guess what that forces you to do? Okay. You're not going to go out there and, you know, give a dislike for something. You have to end up, you know, whether or not you want to watch that video, you have to watch a couple minutes of it, and you're going to have to watch more of it to find out if you like it or not. So that time is going to increase, and it's going to be a win-win, because, you know, it's going to be a win for the content creator, and it's going to be a win for YouTube, because that's one of the metrics they love. They love increased watch time. You know, and you get rid of this silly stuff with mob dislikes and just, you know, this petty selfishness. You know, it'll be gone. It will just absolutely go by, you know, go by the wayside with stuff like that. So that's why I think YouTube really needs to do that. You know, it'll clean up a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why I think they're a problem is because they're anonymous.
Yeah.
You know, if you had to put a name to a like or a dislike.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know, if you,
both.
yeah, if YouTube did that, okay, see, that's the other thing that I've said. All right, if you want to keep them, then you have to post who has given that dislike and who has given that like. All right. And what you'll find is that a lot of those dislikes are coming from what I refer to as shadow accounts. You go out there, they probably don't have an avatar, number one, and then they have no content on their channel. It's just something that, now you can go out there, and this is something, you know, I don't know how many people know how YouTube works, but on one Gmail account, you can create, you know, 20, 30 YouTube accounts from it, just from one Gmail account. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people go out there and do that with the express purpose of doing these mob dislikes. And, you know, it's just
time.
It's just bad. It's just absolutely bad.
Yeah.
I see Thomas Sullivan is here from Thomas. Welcome.
That's why I got my likes and dislikes hidden also.
But who has that kind of time?
You know, that's a great question. You know, that's one of the things, because I saw, and I think Roger knows the person that we're talking about. I saw him commenting on his Facebook page. He says, "I'm sorry, I haven't had the time to go out here and update this lately." Well, here's the thing. You will have the time if you stop doing your antics to update your Facebook page. Okay. You know, that's just, it's real. It's very cut and dry with something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, that's why I'm hiding my likes and dislikes. Some days I got none. Some days I got a lot. So that's why I don't want to discourage the people in our chat. You know, all the people that hit the like button, they know they hit the like button, and I much appreciate that. And you know,
that's smart, Roger. That's really smart. Well, you know, a lot of people say, "Well, don't do that. Don't do that." Well, you know, I've only on a couple of my videos actually shut off commenting and actually shut off likes and dislikes, because, you know, sometimes, you know, commenting will get out of hand. So I'll shut off commenting, but that's only happened. I have close to 400 videos, 450 videos.
Yeah.
You know, I've only had to do that like on 2 or 3 because it's just gotten out of hand. But,
Yeah.
you know, some days, you know, with some of my videos now, I'm really ready to shut off likes and that likes, dislikes, because, you know, showing how many are out there, because I don't want people to be influenced by that. You know, I want them to be influenced by watching it and letting them judge for themselves instead of having somebody else judge for them.
Yeah, that's it. Mark Shorty just came in the chat. He's asking, hey, what do you think DJI will be releasing next week?
Oh, Mark Shorty. Mark, we talked about that a little earlier, but just to let you know, I think it's going to be a land-based vehicle with a camera on it, and I think it's going to be highly customizable robotics. It's going to have a lot of options on it. It's going to have, you know, it's going to have programmable capabilities on it. You know, I have no idea on price. My guess on pricing may be about $500. I may be too high. I may be too low. I don't know. But I think it's also, you know, the learning to win part of it, Mark, is they're going to have capabilities to be able to program this. And I think it's going to be easy. It's going to be an easy thing to program, but still, you know, just say maybe go, you know, 20 meters forward, 3 meters to the right, 5 meters to the left, you know, come back 30 meters, you know, to follow those commands. So it's going to be something that I think is going to be educational and fun. You know, also too, you know, I don't know if it's going to be capable of, you know, being able to use by first responders as well. Maybe there's a capability for that. So who knows? But yeah, that's what I see. I'm guessing at $500. That's just a pure guess right now. Yeah, Curtis Stark just asked me, "You ready for the new RC car that shoots?" Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be real interesting, Curtis. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's going to do, but it's going to have a camera on there. We do know that, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out and how people are interested in you know, DJI coming out with a car.
Yeah, it's cool. Thomas O'Sullivan, Bill, you think they're really going to be that low of a price?
Yeah, again, Thomas, I'm just taking a wild guess at that. I'm thinking the reason I'm saying $500 is I think, and Thomas, this is just my conjecture and observation. What I think is going to happen is they're going to have a ton of accessories for it, and you'll be able to accessorize the daylights out of it. You'll be able to maybe put a robotic arm on it. You'll maybe be able to have other capabilities with it, different kind of options, be able to maybe move the camera, put it on some type of a gimbal, you know, who knows? You know, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out and how DJI has that. Bigger question is why they're stepping away from drones right now. That's a good question, Curtis. Releasing the camera, I kind of saw that coming. But this is something I think kind of blindsided us. I didn't expect for DJI to go out there and, you know, do this RC car. I mean, this RC car has been talked about for a long time, for well over a year that they've had it. And there's been, like I said, there were some pictures that I haven't been able to find. I've been looking for them. I'm going to try to see if I can find them later today. But it's been real interesting that they haven't actually come out and said, you know, what they're doing here with this. You know, it's going to be I'm very curious, and I'm anxious to see Tuesday. Now, Tuesday night, Rotor Talk Live, we're going to devote the whole show to this, and we're going to talk about this. So definitely want to tune in. I'm going to have Marcus, who said he's going to join me, and I'm hopeful getting Ron Brown on as well too. And we're going to talk about this and kind of see how this plays out and where this is going to fit into DJI's product line and how it's going to complement it. I see some potential for it complementing the drones. I don't know how, but like I said, we'll find out more Tuesday when we get to take a look at the specs, see what it's capable of, see what options are going to be available for it. If it'll interact with a drone, say, it's going to be interesting to see.
So that's Tuesday night at what time?
Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, and they'll be
Okay.
definitely. I'll put a link out there for that as well
Yeah.
too. I'll send it to Roger so he can post it
Yeah.
out there, especially on Tuesday during the show, so you guys can check that out. We're going to have a good conversation about it. We're going to take a good in-depth look at it, pricing and everything. How tall do you think it'll be? 1 foot to 2 foot bigger? I don't know, Thomas. Curtis, I may take you up on that offer. Thomas is asking how tall do I think it'll be? 1 to 2 feet. I don't think it's going to be bigger than maybe a foot to 2 feet. I don't see it being any bigger than that. Maybe a foot and a half. I don't think it's gonna be too big. I don't know what it's just curious as to what we're going to see. Now, if you looked at that close up of that video, and some people have produced some stills from it, it shows some cables and some pin connectors with it. It shows you can see the actual wheel to see what this is like. So, it's going to be real interesting. Thomas, right now it's just a lot of guesswork right now as to what we think this could be. I wish I could find a picture of it. Like I said, I saw one last year, but I just don't know where it's at. I'm going to try to take a look for it later today and see if I can find it, and I'll get it posted out there if I can find that picture. But, it's just a lot. It's just, I'm just swinging right now for the fences. I don't know. But it's going to be, and Curtis is right. They're kind of, DJI is kind of like, we're kind of shifting a little away from drones here, but I think, next month we're going to head back to drones as far as that's concerned. So it's going to be real interesting to see what we have and what's coming up here.
So you think it's going to come out in like the $500 price range?
Yeah, that's what I'm just, it's just, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I think the reason they want to do that is they want to keep this product affordable, and especially if they're pushing the educational type of a theme with this, it may hit kids from like say 10 years old and above to be able to program it, to have the program have it to be programmable and have those kind of capabilities. So I see it being affordable. When you start to approach $1,000, it gets to the point like I got to think twice about something like that. But when it's under 500 or 500, that's something like, that's something I can afford. That's something that's within my budget that I can be able to, be able to pick up something like that.
Well, that's the same thing that happened with the Osmo Pocket. It started out as affordable, and then to actually use it the way DJI intended to use it, you had to buy the expansion kit, and then it took off from there.
Exactly. I mean, and see, that's the one thing that I like about the Osmo Action is, pretty much right out of the box you can use it. And I have a video coming out. Finally, it's going to be coming out on probably tomorrow on my first. We did like a vlog, like going to Sam's Club, going out grocery shopping, kind of a thing. And the one thing I wanted to test the Rock Steady. I wanted to test the slow motion. But the other thing that I really wanted to test was the sound on there. And if you know what it's like going out to say like a Sam's Club on a Saturday, it's their busiest day of the week. You can hardly hear yourself think in there, let alone talk to somebody else. Well, I was incredibly impressed with the audio, especially, having the camera with me and right by me while I'm holding it. Now you can hear my wife. It's not as clear, but you can hear her. So it's not like, people were just absolutely positively blasting the Osmo Pocket when they came out because of the sound capabilities from it, which probably were right. Well, I think they did a better job as far as an internal microphone is concerned with the Osmo Action, and you'll hear it when I post the video. I mean, you can hear me very easily on that.
My Osmo Pocket works pretty good, even with the sound quality. The biggest problem is when I put it in someone else's hand to film with it is when the sound quality changes. They either cover the mic, they hit the screen and change the volume setting, and don't even realize that that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. For me, one of the things that I really, I had considered getting an Osmo Pocket, but I said, you know what? I want something more. This is why as soon as the Action Cam was available, I bought it. I didn't hesitate because I was looking for something to help me when I'm filming my videos outside for drones, something besides just my, the camera that I use, and to give another perspective on things. And it's been fantastic. I did some slow motion shots with this, and it comes out excellent. My only complaint that I have on it right now is the battery life on it. The battery life it'll run just a tad under an hour, probably about 52 minutes is what I can get from this. I don't quite get an hour on it. Now I'm shooting in 4K 30, so I think that has to improve some. And I think the other thing is, when they release the new batteries, the batteries will be like $19 a piece. So, and that's one thing that I'm ready. DJI says, we have new batteries for this. I'm going to buy several of them and a battery bank to charge that with. But that's my only thing, is just the runtime on it right now.
And you used it like running continuously that time, like that?
Yeah, we did. That whole vlog from the time we left the house until the time. And in fact, it kind of died on me when we were went to the grocery store. Publix here in Florida. It kind of died on me halfway through there, and it just shut down. And I was looking at why, but I had a runtime. It was about 52 minutes. So
that's what I like about the Pocket. The battery will run. I've done that already, and the SD card filled before the battery was finished.
Yeah. See, my SD card wasn't even close to being full. I would have shot the rest of the time in the store, but it just kind of died on me. I saw Mark Shorty left. Thank you for answering my questions. By the way, do you think DJI will ever release a good drone under 250 grams? Mark, I think they will, but I don't think that's in their plans right now. I think, they're looking at portability as far as, because the Mavic 2 series has sold so well. That's one of the things that I see them, it has been a consistent good seller. And that's one of the things that I think they're kind of focused on right now, is the Mavic 2 series.
Brian says, hi, Bill.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, True Drone Reviews. Hey, Russell.
Hey, Val.
Hey, Herman. Sorry,
Well,
I had to actually work for a little bit.
One thing I have to say, I'm so glad I got to know Brian from True Drone Reviews, because both he and I are from Pittsburgh, and he takes some good videos, and videos of places that I've seen before, because I was born and raised over there. So that's kind of nice seeing him. And Brian does it. I know a lot of you know about his channel, but if you don't, you need to check Brian out. He does some of the most straight, honest to goodness reviews that you'll ever want to get on drones. If he likes it, he'll let you know. If he doesn't like it, he will let you know. Okay. There's no middle ground. Brian either, he likes a drone or he doesn't like it. And he comes out and says that. And I think that's fantastic. And I think we need more reviewers like that. We need more people to come out there and say, they're not being influenced by, getting a drone sent to them for free. It doesn't matter to Brian. He says, if it's a turd, it's a turd, That's it. If it's great, it's great. He comes out and he says it. And I, and I have to credit you, Brian, because I think a lot of people saw, you came out with a great video on the Anafi a few weeks back. And I see it really kind of, to me, the timing was right, because that's right around the time that Parrot had announced the Anafi Thermal, and things kind of took off from there. It just went, and people started buying them, because I know Marcus got one. I know Ron Brown got one. And if I had the money, I'd be buying one right now. It shoots great video. It really does. And that kind of price point is just absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
Droning about Northwest Pittsburgh. My wife's family is all from the Monongahela area. It's a great place to be from. Let me tell you, I don't miss that thing called winter at all.
So,
well, gentlemen,
I can't wait till Tuesday. So that was going on.
Yeah, me too, Roger. I'm on pins and needles with this one. I want to find out what's going on. Well, I'm gonna Ron and hopefully Ron, Marcus, and maybe I can get Curtis on as well. To get on there on maybe tomorrow we're going to do a show, and we're going to talk about it and have some conjecture and see what we think is going to be going on as far as as far as Tuesday is concerned, about as far as this RC car that DJI is coming out with.
What happened?
Hi. Yeah. Well, okay. Val's daughter just got on.
My value's changed.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
we can hear
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning.
I'm here so my mom can go look at roosters at a garage sale outside.
Okay. Nice to see
So
you.
Mark Shorty just asked, what do you think about the new Canadian regulations for flying a drone in Canada now? Yeah, I had heard some things about that. You know, I know Roger had talked about this, I don't know how many weeks ago. And I think one of the things was, and I know who was it, a famous YouTuber, and his name escapes me, and I know he just put out a video about getting fined $5,000, and it was kind of like a clickbait kind of a thing and
Yeah.
everything. And
Yeah.
you know what? And I have to say this, you know, Roger, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, this was not a surprise. Everybody knew this was coming. This
Yeah.
was not something that oh, you know, the government just said, oh, by the way, next week you got to pass this test or you can't fly.
That's
No, it's been something that's been known for a long
Oh
time.
yeah. They warned us to get our license before June 1st.
See, you know, and people are just like, you know, it's another one. The sky is falling. You know, government this, government that. You know, no, guys. You know, they've come out just months ago that this has happened, and they're going to be doing the same thing here in the States.
Yes.
You know, from what I understand is, you know, and I just read the FAA just came out with a bulletin yesterday on this, and they're going to be doing some type, you know, even just for a hobbyist, there's going to be some kind of basic test. And, you know, DJI had several questions they would ask on the screen before you were able to fly. And it's going to be something very similar to that. It's not going to be anything that's going to be overly complicated, because I'll tell you what, if you can't pass that basic stuff, you should not have a joystick in your hands and be flying a drone. I mean,
right.
it's just real simple here.
Even though they ask you how you fly a helicopter in a basic exam.
Yeah, I shake my head on that, Roger. I saw that. I was just like, okay, you know, flying a helicopter. Okay, what does this have to do?
That's it.
You know,
Like,
well,
I keep on saying it. I'm wondering how come they didn't ask you how much fuel a helicopter takes. You know what I mean?
yeah, how much fuel? You know, I've been up for an hour at 1,000 feet, and I put in this many liters. How many liters do I have left? Kind of, you know, it's like an old math question kind of a thing. I'm like, don't go there. You know, that just well, one of the things that I can say is for the 107 exam here in the States is I've talked to several private pilots who have told me, and yeah, Peter McKinnon, you're right, Thomas. Thank you for putting that up there. Yeah, Original Dobo did a video on that, Thomas. Yes, and he did a very good video. By the way, if you want to watch it, Ken Dono is a good friend of mine. You need to watch the video that he put out on that, and he had a very good rant about that, and he's spot on. With the Part 107 here in the States, the private pilots were telling me, they basically said, you know what? You're basically taking mostly a lot of the questions on the written exam for the private pilot's exam here for the Part 107 is really what they are. You know, they finally did away with, you know, when you do the retest here, they did away with like questions on weather, and knowing what a METAR is and all this. You know, we're not private pilots, okay? We're not even close to being private pilots here. You know, the big emphasis now here in the States is on sectional charts and knowing what airspace you're in and knowing where you're at in that airspace. You know, this is, you know, and I can see some relevance here, but from what people have told me, I mean, they've like really peppered. They come down. The questions go from 60 to 45 on a retest, but he said probably half the questions were dealing with airspace as far as airspace was concerned. And, you know, it's important. And with this new here in the States, that ADS-B that's going to be in effect January 1st, it has to be in all private aircraft by January 1st. And DJI has voluntarily come out and said, you know what, we're going to have ADS-B in all our drones starting January 1st and on that are being made, which is good. And that's something, you know, I've had a lot of questions on it. And I've had a lot of people, you know, one of the things I tell people, it can't be retrofitted. That's something that can't, it's part of the motherboard. It has to be on there permanently. It's not something that you can add onto your drone right now.
Yeah.
Not an option. It's not, you can't even refurbish your drone and send it back. It takes a complete motherboard to be able to do that. So that's why DJI needs time to be able to do something like that. But I think that's an incredible thing. And, you know, I did see ADS-B in action, but, you know, at the time it was on a Matrice. At the time that I saw it, the only thing that I saw, you could see commercial aircraft on it, but you couldn't see private aircraft. And, you know, for me, and I know for most of us who are either hobbyists or, you know, Part 107s, you know, we have to know where the private pilots are more than the commercial, because the commercial planes aren't going to bother us. All right. They're going to be up how many thousands of feet. That mean, even where I live. Okay. What we need to pay attention to is that Cessna or that Piper or, you know, that small aircraft or the helicopters that come by. You know, I can't tell you how many times I'm flying out behind my property here, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, either I'm hearing a helicopter in the area, or I'm hearing, you know, a small aircraft in the area, and my head's like on a 360 swivel trying to find it and know where it's at. And, you know, and a lot of times if I don't see it, I'm going to hit a return to home, because I want to get my aircraft back. I don't want to cause any problems at all.
Yeah.
And they come out of the blue. You have absolutely no idea where they're at sometimes. And I'm not even, and see, the thing is, I'm not even near an airport. I'm really, the closest thing I have to me, I have a helicopter landing pad at a hospital, which is about 6 miles away from me. And that's the closest that I have with showing on air maps.
Yeah.
Oh, we have them all over the place here.
Yeah.
The problem that we have is sometimes when we're out flying is that the helicopters, a lot of them are like the tour copters with the tourists. And I swear to everything I love, they put the people in the helicopter, goes, "You want to see some guys flying drones?" And I swear they come right over to where you're flying. Like the whole sky is open, but you need to fly over here.
Oh man, you know, that you raise an absolutely great point. You know, a lot of the news, and I'll use that. I'll put that in quotes. The news, you know, makes us to be out the bad guys here.
Yeah.
And it's not you really hit the nail on the head, my friend. You know, it's not us, it's them a lot of the times. You know, when you hear stories like what you just said, and when you also hear like, oh, you'll hear, you know, private pilots will say, well, you know, well, I was up at 6,000 feet and I saw a drone up there, and I'm like,
No, you didn't.
start scratching my head. I said, okay, all right. Do you know what it takes to get a drone up to 6,000 feet? Number one, you got to hack the software. Number two, okay, you know, when you start getting up, you've reached half of its service ceiling, so that air is thinner up there, and you're not going to have you won't have any navigation aids as far as a drone pilot is concerned. You won't have a first-person view when you're at 6,000 feet. You'll have no idea where that drone is. None. Okay. So don't say, you know, I saw a drone at 6,000 feet. All right. You know, I know everybody has probably seen that there's a guy from over in Europe. I don't know exactly where. He has like almost 10 million views on it, where he's flown a DJI Hexcopter, I think is what it's called.
I saw that.
Yeah. You know, when you're doing, I mean, you know,
You saw what happened to it.
yeah, you saw exactly what happened to it. Okay. And people need to understand something. You know, when DJI published, and I think on the Mavic 2, I think they have a service ceiling that they said of 16,000 feet. So now what that means, and try to explain that in just layman's terms. Okay. You have to have air in order to be able for the drone to rise up. Okay. It reaches a certain point and a certain altitude. When it gets there, that air is so thin, it's not going to have any more lift. Okay. You've just reached where it's not going to be able to go up anymore, because the air is so thin at that point. So that's why you meant, you know, whenever you see a service ceiling, you know, whether it's in an aircraft or whether it's especially in a drone, because, you know, your blades are what give you lift, and, you know, to rise up, you know, and it reaches a point, it can't do that anymore. And when it can't do that anymore, it's like, okay, you're going to see what happened on that DJI Hexcopter one. It's just going to come. It's going to start coming down.
Yep.
It's going to come down real fast, and you just better pray it's not going to hit anybody. I mean, that's just.
Let me ask you this. Stop me if you think I'm wrong on this one. When all these guys say, well, I saw a drone at X amount of feet, and they're describing most of the time a DJI drone. And a lot of times that whole phantom look is the everybody's essential idea of what a drone looks like. So everybody always says, well, I saw this up in the sky at such and such feet. Can DJI go back and tell at that time if one of their drones was in that area?
Well, I'll give you an example, and you probably remember this. There was a 16-year-old, I think he was 16, who flew out over Boston's Fenway Park out in the outfield. And I don't know how many thousands of people saw that. Okay. Now, that telemetry data, it's interesting. A lot of people say that the DJI can be able to get a lot of this data, and they may be able to do that. Okay. I don't know that. And that's a whole nother subject, a whole nother ball game. And here's what I got to say on that. And I'll give you the Reader's Digest version on that is, you know what? If the Chinese government wants to know that I've flown over my lake at 150 feet and I went 2,000 feet out and came 2,000 feet back, they're welcome to have that data. Okay. I mean, seriously, or they want to know I've gone over this old abandoned, mine shaft or this tower or something. Okay. People just get all bent out of shape about that kind of stuff. If DJI wants to know that data, they are very welcome to that.
Well, the reason why I say that is because they know when you first turned that drone on to the point you can no longer get care or refresh. So that means that you can tell me that it was on near the airport.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't on near the airport, then that pilot is lying.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Why don't they hold these guys accountable for saying that I saw a drone at such and such feet? Put on paper show me what drone you saw.
Yep. It's like every time there's been these reports about drone sightings, it's real interesting. Obviously, you had that video proof from the one at Fenway Park, but the other ones, especially like these pilots and so forth, there's been no video proof. All the stuff that's happened over in the UK, for example, over at Heathrow and Glasgow, they talked about these. There's been no video proof of this. There's been absolutely none. I mean, I think the only one that I've ever seen, and it's not video proof, there was an Army helicopter that was hit by a Phantom 4. And they recovered enough of that Phantom 4, and it had the serial number on it, and they found the owner. They contacted DJI. They found out who the owner was of this, okay? And I think they're trying to find out about prosecuting him for doing this. Well, you got to be responsible when you go out there and fly. All right. It's just part of the nature of the thing. When you're a drone pilot, it's your responsibility. You have to be responsible for that. And I can't tell you how many times I've had to kick out people from some of my groups who boast about, they're flying, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 feet away. I have spotters. Okay, that makes it legal. I said, okay, well, let's see video proof of your spotters. All right. If I don't have video proof of your spotters, your video is coming down from my site. I'm not going to post it in my group. And then I have those that brag about, oh, I went up 1,000 feet and it was okay. And I had, and I'm not using the app anymore. I hacked it. And guess what? That video is coming off too. I do not encourage behavior that's going to go against the rules here. And people, I've been called all kind of names, saying that I've taken away their right to free speech and their right to,
dislikes are coming from.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Okay. You know what? If you want to play that game, that's fine with me. But I'll tell you what, I will block you and I will also report you. Okay. And don't think I don't do that. And that's one of the things, when I talked earlier about my mob dislikes and getting harassed. I was getting harassed on Facebook as well. I reported all that information to Facebook, and that person's been blocked. And a person was blocked on YouTube, and he had an alternate account on YouTube that I was able to find, and I blocked that as well. So I'm using the tools that are available to me to try to combat that kind of stuff, because it's just pure crap is what it is. Well, guys, I got to get my honey-do list going. My wife was out getting the car done, so I better have some things done before she gets back. Thanks so
for
much
coming
for having
in.
me on.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much for coming in and for all
Thanks,
the info.
guys. Great chat.
Nice having you, Bill.
Okay, take care, Roger. Val.
Okay, you take care too. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Oh, that was a lot of info today.
That was good.
Mhm.
I missed some of it, so I'm going to have to watch it on the replay. So, darn it. Hey, Curtis, how you doing?
The right to free speech means you have a right to say something and got to not stop you. It has nothing to do with Facebook. Well, I don't deal with Facebook, so I'm very happy with that. And yeah. Hey, I just supported Mark Shorty. I just supported your channel. I give you the wrench, and there's 3 rules in here. There's no foul language, no politics, no racist remarks.
Yeah.
And there we go. Good night, Night Templar.
Yeah, you can leave it open. It'll fresh air in here.
There we go.
Okay. I was going to do that, but I left it for you. Yeah, did you see my little message on the side?
I will wash this coffee.
I am Centroid. It depends on what you want to do. If you and I can ride up there together, I'm absolutely going into Syracuse. So I need to know so I can get my ticket.
Okay, Curtis, you take care. Hey, Brent.
Right, Gary?
420.
We're also getting bored with it real fast. So unless business.
And when you leave?
Oh, hold on. What'd say, Phantom?
No, I'm saying, when was Val supposed to be leaving?
I'm supposed to be leaving the 7th of July.
Oh,
But I'm getting into Syracuse. Not that day, like the 17th. You gonna go with me? You coming up with Mark and me, Herman?
no, I can't make the trip this time.
Just bring your wife. We'll have a good time.
Hey, Brian Gibby, how you doing?
Hey, Brian.
No, I didn't see that one, Mark. No, I'm so stuck on YouTube there. I don't even have time to look at my supporters' videos.
Right?
Gotta make time.
I gotta make time. Yeah, God.
Gary.
You know what? They come up all day though, and they're just there all day. And then when I turn on YouTube, it's funny on the recommended page when you first put on YouTube.
Yeah.
This one's live, 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 live,
We're
live,
not
live.
going to discuss this in the stream, okay?
Yeah, I know. I get over 3. Well, you must be in the same situation as me and Val. I mean, I get over 350 notifications a day.
Me too.
So
Well, yeah,
it's hard. It's hard.
I have to pick which ones I'm going to do, which ones I'm going to watch, and it's really hard because there's a lot of great videos out there.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, and then you know what I get? I get a lot of stuff that that are good channels that is not necessarily for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they would be made like your show on Pusa and stuff like that, and there's some very good channels. Like there was a couple of makeup channels and stuff where women stuff. They very good work, very good content, and but it's not for me.
That's
and
it. I know what you mean. Centra asked you a question there. Where's your glasses, Val?
Oh, I can hardly see. I'm trying.
Where's
So, I'll go find them.
your back?
How do you spell Syracuse?
I don't know. I don't know.
Go to Google Maps.
Right. Okay, Syracuse on the 17th, if we're driving up and coming back that Sunday or Monday, and then I'll fly back. Does that make sense? Should I send you an email, Mark? Because I could do that. Syracuse. Okay, I'll send it to you.
So, guys, I'm not going to be on tonight. I'm taking a break tonight, so I'm not going to be on tonight.
Val, you gonna be on tonight?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
It's a little harder for me to run one from here. I can kind of come in and chat a little bit, but only because I get to keep walking and leaving and coming back. Let's see. Yeah, okay.
That's true, Thomas. Yeah. You know, I like supporting the people when they're doing their live streams also,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that's what happens. Got so much going on. Then it's besides the housework I got to do, my errands I got to do and all that. So it's pretty hard.
I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes because the mechanic just contacted me.
Okay, cool. Gonna go flying.
Now he wants to take the other car,
Okay.
find out why it's not starting.
Yeah,
You know,
so I'll be getting off at noon today anyway.
took this car to Ford about, I want to say about 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Ford says, oh, it needs a new motor. I'm like, what do you mean it needs a new motor?
Oh crap.
Car doesn't even have 100,000 miles. I mean, it needs a new motor. And 70-something thousand miles on the motor. And somebody needs a new motor. I'm like, are you serious? So I took it to my mechanic that I take everything else to. And he's like, doesn't need a new motor. They just never change the spark plugs and stuff like that. And we've realized that it's now, you know, the Ford over here is not the dealership, it's the stealership. And I stopped taking it to them. So now I'm going to take it back to him to find out why it's not starting now.
Okay. Paul Murray says Herman is going live with a special edition of Those Guys tonight.
Is he? Nobody told me.
Hey, Legwork, how you doing?
Are we going live from your channel, Paul? Just send me the link, Paul, when you're ready.
Yeah, I got it's like this afternoon. I gotta get into my computer, see why the hell my my Hotmail's not working. I'm gonna have to start that from scratch, I guess, and start it back up.
Yeah, you may have to delete it and then bring it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I sent you an email, Centroid. We'll get on it. The man.
Have you ever been to Canada before, Val?
No.
Me either.
See, that's why you should come with us, Herman.
But it's right here. You know, it's right. I say it's right here, but it's not right here. It's a troop.
Yeah.
And I'm on the southern portion of the state. As, you know, I don't think you can get much further south in the state than New York City.
I know, right? But I think the drive's going to be fun because just think, we can stop places and fly and all kinds of stuff. Places that you haven't flown yet. See, that's all I'm saying, Herman.
I'm quite sure of that. But you know what?
And we're going to have a sign on our drones going, ha ha, you aren't here. I'm going to do that.
Make sure you make some videos. We'll be going to
Paul.
Do not listen to Paul. Paul will force you to do all kinds of stuff you didn't think you'd do.
Yeah, Paul, as soon as you send me the link, we'll go live.
Paul's like, yeah, no. Oh. It is hot in here. She turned on the heat.
They turned on the heat.
Yes. Oh, I was so happy when I walked in.
My
It was
my
so
heat
cold.
my heat is off here right now. It's doing 18 Celsius in here.
I'm going to go open the back door. Be right back.
More than half going in here, we die.
Yeah. Everybody, check out everybody's channels. Make sure you got them all supported, guys, and don't forget hit that like button. It helps out my channel a lot.
It's 70 something degrees outside. We had heat on in here, we cooked.
Thomas O'Sullivan, I understand what you mean. You're getting up to 150 videos a day. Yeah. I used to get them in my email all the time. But then, you know, I had a point. I had over 1,000 emails in a week, over 1,000. You know, I mean, in 4 days. So no, that's enough. I had to take them all out of my email.
Now, you know what's funny about that, Roger? Sometimes you see, I'm sitting here, you hear the computer, even when I'm doing a live stream,
Yeah.
and it's bling, bling, bling.
Yeah.
Those are the videos coming up. Those and whatever.
All
Whatever
the
things I'm getting.
notifications. Yeah.
Paul's still going, huh? I don't know. I'll see if Lawrence wants to go live. Tell him to go live.
We've been trying to get Paul to do his own live stream for a while now, and he still doesn't want to.
You know, if Paul went live as much as he was on every other live stream,
Yeah.
left again, Val. What happened?
Well, she's at work today, so gotta expect that. Yeah. What time will everyone be?
Told you, just send me the link.
There, I got my glasses.
Finally.
Oh, look at everyone in here.
Yeah, Miss Ryder or Die says, Val, you owe me some glasses. She burnt her eyes out when she looked at Paul doing the funky chicken on your last video.
I know, Miss Ryder Die. Let me just say, that's such the truth. Burnt out my eyes. Let's see, where are we?
Paul wants to go live somehow, some way.
I know, poor Paul.
Payroll owl, I understand what you mean. Yeah, you must be burnt for sure. Hey guys, okay, everybody in the chat. I'm going at 12 o'clock in 1 minute. I'll be closing down, guys.
What happened? My eyes
Well-
ain't been right since you're live with Paul.
So everybody take care.
All right.
Oh, you take it easy, Pyro Owl. I will be sitting on pins and needles until you're live with Herman. Herman will be on tomorrow night on Novice Quads, those guys, at 3 5 p.m. Eastern. It's 3 my time. 5 p.m. Eastern. You guys aren't going to miss it. It's going to be really good. And then on my stream at 7 p.m., I'm going to have Jake Sloan, the guy from Alaska who's done all those beautiful videos with glaciers and he's just done some fantastic stuff. So come with your questions you have for him. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's 7 p.m. tomorrow night, right after those guys.
There you go.
All right. You know, some of those places that he flies, I'm like, if anything ever went wrong, my goodness.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm going to ask him that because I've asked him that. It seems, hey, Anthony, it seems like it can get very tricky.
Like, I'd like to know how he got out to some of those places. Do you need a helicopter or what? Get there.
Right. And he explains all that. So it should be really good.
We'll see you all tomorrow morning, everybody. You take care.
All right, Roger.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay. Bye, everybody in the chat. You all
Later.
take
Bye,
care
chat.
now. Bye,
Bye,
Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
See you tomorrow, Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Bye, Paul. See you at those guys at 3.
Stay on a little bit, Caval, or are you going?
What?
You gonna stay on the chat for a minute?
Yeah. Jake is Sam.
Okay.
Look forward to it. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
I'm happy, Thomas. Yeah, I saw you on his live.
See you all tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Ryder Die.
Well, Herman, you can stay on if you want, or I don't know if you have to go right
Hello
away.
and goodbye.
Hey,
Sorry. Hey, Jerry.
sorry, Drone Obsessed. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye, guys. It's been fun.
Okay, Val's gonna send you the link. I got problems sending links out for joining About Northwest.
Problems. He's got problems.
She's gonna send you
Okay.
the link out.
Yeah, but you have to listen to my singing first. Just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. You leaving? Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
Herman, you got to do in your own life tonight.
You gonna get me some shoes?
I'm on the phone with Paul. He wants you to do your live tonight, Herman.
Where are they?
We're not going live tonight.
Yeah, do a special tonight, Herman.
No. Are we still on live? Are we still
Yeah,
saying
we're-
goodbye?
We're still.
Bye, Susie. My daughter just left. So was it fun seeing Susie?
Okay. Herman,
Yes.
Paul says he'd be happy to go on with you tonight if you do your live tonight.
Why, he's not coming on tomorrow?
What would what'd you say, Herman?
Is he not going to be on tomorrow?
Yeah. He's gonna be on tomorrow, but he says you do your live tonight, he'll go on with you tonight.
Tell him I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, you're gonna see what he's gonna do.
Who's here? Russell?
Okay.
Russell.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Russell.
Bye for
Russell.
now.
Oh, are we still on?
Hey, Ron,
Yes, it was
what's
that.
up?
Okay, everybody in the chat, have a good one. Bye for now. And I'm gonna stop this broadcast now. Bye, everybody in the chat.
Amen.